Okay, welcome this afternoon to the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl here for this afternoon's exciting game between the Gold Coast Stingrays in the blue and the Northside Rhinos in the red here at lovely Cogra Oval. So we're looking forward to an exciting game between these two sides. The Northside Rhinos and the seniors, as we just get ready for the coin toss, and the captains come out for the coin toss. The Northside Rhinos making their way to the Sunbowl after meeting the Kenmore Bears in the semi-final and disposing of them, I believe, reasonably comfortably. I think the score was about 48 points to 20. And the Gold Coast Stingrays making their way to the Sunbowl after meeting the Western Cougars in a very close and hard-fought tussle in that game, with the Stingrays eventually winning that one 21 to 14. As you see all the captains going out on the field, shaking hands, getting ready for the coin toss. What are your thoughts pre-game here, Sean?
Oh, look, this is a hell of a game. A great way to finish the season. Two of the most dominant teams of season 2012 in Gridiron Queensland. This is going to be a hell of a Sunbowl, chappy.
Oh, it's going to be a cracker. It's going to be a cracker as we see the coin toss out there.
The Stingrays, of course, have been the dominant team in Gridiron Queensland for a couple of years now.
Yeah, as we see the coin toss being made there from Nicky from Budweiser, one of the season sponsors. The Stingrays have won the toss and deferred their decision in the second half. So it looks like the Rhinos will receive the ball and have first use offense with the ball. But yeah, certainly the Stingrays have been fairly dominant in recent times in Sunbowl wins. Although going in this afternoon's game, going on season form and certainly form in the semi-finals, I would have to think that the Rhinos are actually slight favourites here this afternoon.
Okay.
The teams have met through the season, and the Rhinos winning that encounter in a very close game. I think there was only about 2 or 3 points in that one, so certainly not a lot between the two teams, but I think the Rhinos probably carried a little bit more form. Certainly on the strength of their win over the Kenmore Bears, I think the Rhinos are probably a little bit more dominant in the offensive side of the ball. Certainly there's some offensive weapons on the Rhinos side of the field, with their quarterback Justin Smith able to throw and run the ball. He'd be looking for his receivers with Gino Gerbo and Andrew Young, number 6 and 7 respectively, and in the ground game with current Australian running back Luke Jackson, number 28, and Australian junior running back Stuart Dingle, number 27, providing the hard yards up on the ground.
Okay.
For the Stingrays, certainly offensively, Matt Bassiner, their quarterback, would be a key person for them, along with their running back receiver, Damien Malloy, and also their receiver, number 86, 86, Riku Harcher, as would be, I would think, the dominant players on the offensive side of the balls for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So as we're getting ready to rumble here in the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl Series, brought to you by 31 Digital, Budweiser, Summit Towel Hire and Diamond Cutting Solutions. You'll see Reece Perkins back ready to kick off there. Here we go. Nice deep kick off there from Perkins. Looks like a gain of about 12 to 14 yards there from Mitchell Wong there on the return. A tackle being made there from Andrew Campbell for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So the Northside Rhinos will have first use offensively of the football here, and we'll see what they can do.
And what kind of offense are you expecting from the Rhinos this afternoon? Are they going to employ a running game? Will they go to the air?
I would think the Rhinos will probably start off with their running game as their most consistent, solid performance on the field there. Just to make a lie of me, Justin Smith rolls out, nothing downfield, so he just rolls out and takes the 5-yard gain. So that'll bring up second down for the Northside Rhinos. But yeah, certainly I would think that the Rhinos will probably rely on their running game a lot this afternoon, having two current Australian running backs in their stable on the thing. They've got a very strong and a very big and physical offensive line. So I think on the strength of that, the Northside Rhinos would be looking to employ their running game quite nicely as they come out in the wide. We see the handoff there to Stuart Dingle on the left-hand side, and a nice run down the left-hand side under some heavy contact there. Tackle's been made by Damien Malloy, number 6, with an assist from Ashley Dick, the corner here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So,
And what about the standouts on the defensive side for the Stingrays this afternoon?
defensively for the Stingrays, Damien Malloy will play a big part in that. Certainly the interior linebackers of Dennis Gilmore and Chris Mooney, both former Australian linebackers and very big solid guys, will prove very tough in the middle. And as you can see there, I think you'll find the running game tackle being made by Gilmore on that occasion. But I think you'll find the running game of the Rhinos, if I was coaching them, I'd be looking at hitting the edges of the Stingrays defence rather than trying to run up the middle with those two big guys in the middle there. So that'll bring up second down for the Rhinos after a gain of just a yard. So run up the middle there to Luke Jackson. Oh, looks like he's made some good yards up the middle there. Just enough for a first down. So after a 9-yard gain there on a nice big solid run from Luke Jackson, with the tackle being made by Chris Mooney. So that'll be enough for the first down for the Northside Rhinos. So the Rhinos, as predicted, moving the ball effectively on the ground.
Yep, already establishing the way they're going to play this game early, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos on the Stingrays 45-yard line.
Both teams looking beautifully turned out this afternoon.
So we see a little short pass over the right-hand side there to Gino Gerbo, just on a little stop-and-go route there. So a great reception there from Gino there. And the Rhinos moving into a hurry-up offense. So that'll bring up 1st and an 11-yard gain. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays 34-yard line. As we got some... looks like a bit of a false start there, or something's not quite right there as the referees blew that play up. Looks like I'm not quite sure what the stop was there. We've got a timeout there called by the Stingrays by the looks of that. So Stingrays head coach is just a little bit concerned about the speed of the game, so he's decided to call a timeout just to settle his troops down. Yeah,
a good tactic from the Stingrays coach. Certainly early in this game, the Rhinos really looking to up the tempo and keep the Stingrays on the back foot.
Yeah, I think that's a deliberate tactic from head coach for the Rhinos, Mark Maguire, to keep his offenses moving and don't give the defence much time to settle down. There, so we've got a timeout called by the Stingrays. Stingrays there just to slow the tempo of the game down, give them a chance to breathe, to get their defensive set. So defensively on the Stingrays ball, the other player to look for would be number 81, Lewis Shepherd, the defensive end for the Stingrays, who can be very effective with some speed from the outside there. Okay. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays 34-yard line. You can see a handoff there to Luke Jackson on the run player down the left-hand side. And just being tripped up there from Damien Malloy coming up from the safety position. So, and the Rhinos again going to that hurry-up style of offense there, so they don't give you a lot of time to breathe here.
No, they certainly don't.
You see another handoff there to Dingle. Run over the left-hand side. Tackle being made by number 50, Dennis Gilmore. There, so... yeah, as predicted, they're just hitting those edge gaps on the Stingrays, moving them sideline to sideline, getting them moving the ball. So it'll be just short of the first down there for the Northside Rhinos.
We certainly saw a dominant display defensively from Dennis Gilmore in the semi-final.
Yeah,
he'll certainly be looking to turn up the heat on the Rhinos' offense.
Yeah, he certainly racked up a number of things. So we see the reverse there to Reece Barnes there for the Stingrays. Sorry, for the Northside Rhinos against the Stingrays there. Tackle's been made by number 21, Dylan Gilfoss, and Dennis Gilmore there will bring up first down for the Northside Rhinos. So certainly a great opening drive here from the Rhinos. So there's no flag on the play, so that'll bring up... So head referee there, Tim Renshaw, just waving the flag away. So that'll bring up first down for the Northside Rhinos on the Stingrays. Looks like about the Stingrays' 3-yard line. So the Stingrays under some early pressure here from the Northside Rhinos.
All right.
And the Rhinos certainly proving very effectively offensively moving the ball. Oh, no, we've got a bit of a false start by the looks of that. Flags flying everywhere. more yellow cloths than a spotlight sale out there at the
They're
moment.
just coming from everywhere, those flags, aren't they?
Yeah, it's raining yellow. So we'll wait and see what the referee's call on this one is. But
So what's the process here when a number of flags are coming in, obviously a number of different infringements that the referees are seeing perhaps, or are they all reporting on the one offence?
it can be either, actually. Each referee has a particular area of
An area
responsibility.
that they're watching, yep.
And so they can be for the same thing. So if they're looking at the same player or the same area and multiple referees see what's going on, they can be for the same thing. So not much. So little swing pass out there to Stuart Dingle, and he's just pulled up short of the goal line there. So that'll bring up second down for the Northside Rhinos, but he's second and goal from the Stingrays 2-yard line. So, so it could be a number of referees reporting the same infringement, or it could be the the Rhinos going to a double tight. Looks like quarterback Justin Smith going for a keeper, and he's done enough for a touchdown there, just waiting for a signal from the referees. Well, they're ruling him a little bit short.
Plenty of bodies on the ball that time.
Certainly plenty of bodies around that one.
The referee's talking it over.
And just we'll wait and see the spot of the ball on this one going. So, wait for the decision. There you go. Assisting the runner. So,
Assisting the runner.
Assisting the runner.
Tell me about that one, Coach Chapman.
Okay. What that means is that some of the Rhinos defense or some of the Rhinos offensive players has been pushing the Rhinos running back with the ball towards the line. Now, he's only allowed to do that under his own steam. The Rhinos' other offense players are allowed to contact the Stingrays' defensive player and take them off him, but they're not allowed to push him from behind. So they can't form like a rugby scrum in the game of rugby. So we see a handoff there to Jackson over the right-hand side. So, and looks like a no gain on that. So that'll bring up second down and about 8. Well, second and goal from the 8-yard line there. So that assisting the runner call proved a little bit costly there for the Rhinos. Certainly cost them 6 points. So they're not allowed to actually push the guy with the ball and push him in. They're allowed to push the defensive players off him, but not allowed to push your own players. Okay. So the old rugby scrums are not allowed to happen, unfortunately, in the game of Gridiron. It's against the rules. So we'll see a bit of motion coming in from the tight end Reece Barnes there. So sweep out the right-hand side in the run game there to Luke Jackson, and no further gain on the play there. Looks like tackle being made by number 14, Hoa Patini from the defensive line there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll bring up third down, third and goal for the Northside Rhinos here.
And you're watching the action of the 2012 Sunbowl for Gridiron, Queensland. This game being contested by the Gold Coast Stingrays and the Northside Rhinos.
Yeah, so certainly a very tough defensive stand here being put on by the Gold Coast Stingrays. Rhinos have seemed like been camped up most of the first half into here. As Justin Smith, the quarterback, keeps the ball there, tries to sneak it in. Unfortunately, didn't quite make it to the goal line there. So looks like we've got a turnover of possession. Yeah, so a great defensive stand there from the Gold Coast Stingrays, preventing the Northside Rhinos from making it into the end zone there. So we've got a turnover of possession there by the Rhinos, so that'll mean the Stingrays will now be on offense. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 12-yard line. So great defense early on from the Stingrays. So
great offensive drive from the Rhinos, and the Stingrays up to the task at this stage early in this first half.
Yes, very much so. So we'll see what the Stingrays, the quarterbacks, I think we'll see them go there. So pass from Bassiner through to Andrew Campbell there for a reception over the right-hand side. Looks like a gain of about 10 yards. Is it enough for the first down? We'll just have to wait and see where the referees spot that ball.
Interesting to see straight away the differences in these two teams' offence. Bassner's going to the air straight away, while the Rhinos have been marching the ball relentlessly up the field by way of their running backs, Jackson and Dingle, so far. Yeah,
so it was just a 9-yard gain on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 21-yard line.
Here's Bassner again.
Two-back formation. Hand off to the running back in Kawaro. Is it there? No, number 28. Brock Davies. Yep. Brock Davies on the carry there, which will bring up first down on the lead block there from Jared Hayes. So there's enough for a first down there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So the Gold Coast Stingrays will be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from their own, looks like about their own 26, 27-yard line.
So Coach Maguire for the Rhinos, how's he dealing with this offence from the Stingrays early in this game?
Oh, look, I think the Rhinos will probably start bringing some pressure, defensive pressure through the blitz and different formations as Bassner goes for a long bomb downfield. Unfortunately, nowhere near the receiver. I think the only guy closer to that might have been the barman in on the second level there. So, he was under a lot of pressure being brought by the Rhinos defence, and I think that'll be a bit of a theme for the Rhinos defence this afternoon. We'll start bringing some pressure through some blitzing and changing fronts and formations and that sort of thing. So, the Rhinos generally run a 4-man defensive line. Looks like they're going to line up in a 5-man defensive line, trying to bring some pressure with some stunts. Bassner under immense pressure there, goes for a pass across the middle and unfortunately unable to be taken in there from Andrew Campbell, so that'll bring up 3rd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So I think this is how this game's going to go so far. I think it's early indications that the Rhinos are going to bring a lot of pressure on defence.
Yeah, no surprises that they're going to try and put bodies on Bassner. Of course, he was dominant in the semi-final that we saw earlier here on 31 Digital. Of course, you would expect that. Bassner, an outstanding athlete and a great quarterback for the Stingrays.
Yeah, absolutely. So still 0-0 here in the first quarter. Oh, a bit of a... And, okay, so Bassner first fumble that was a bit of took his eyes off that ball just for a minute on the snap. Unfortunately, fumble was able to recover, and then just as he's trying to launch the ball downfield on a pass under immense pressure with the tackle being made by number 97, Mark Tatnell for the Northside Rhinos. So the Gold Coast Stingrays will be forced to punt. Be 4th and long for the Stingrays, so they'll come out in punt formation, punt this one away and send their defence out in the field to try and stop that relentless run game from the Northside Rhinos.
Yeah, great defence early in this game too from the Rhinos, giving the Stingrays absolutely no chances early in this game.
So Stingrays in punt formation there. Oh, flag on the play. Not quite sure what that was for. I think the man in motion might have been motioning forward at the time rather than just sideways. So, yep. Yeah, they've ruled it a false start, but the man in motion, just to let everyone at home know what's going on, with just on 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter of this 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl. But yeah, if your man is in motion, you're only allowed to be motioning sideways or backwards. You're not allowed to be motioning forwards towards the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball. There we go, it's man in motion. So the kick coming from Reece Perkins. Nice punt downfield with Mitchell Wong back to return. Oh, so gets a gain of a couple yards. Tackle's being made there from Ash Stick, and looks like Andrew Campbell with number 60, Adam Bolton, coming in for the big hit after that one. So for not much offensive gain there for Stingrays, forced to punt it away. So the Rhinos will come back out on offense. Looks like about their own 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos. So a fairly even first quarter so far. There's certainly not a lot in it. Rhinos have probably had the better of the offensive side of the ball into that long first drive, and the Stingrays not able to do too much.
Yep.
But the Rhinos taking over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. There'll be some more handoffs there to young Dingle. So run up the middle, tackle being made there from looks like Dennis Gilmore in linebacking in the middle there. So a gain of about a yard there to Dingle in the middle. So that'll bring up 2nd downs. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line for the Northside Rhinos.
And the Rhinos straight back into that relentless running game.
Yeah. Hey, it's not broke, don't fix it.
No, it's worked. It's got them here.
That's exactly right. So sorry to lie, it was about a 3-yard gain on that one. Another run to Dingle. Certainly only about a yard or 2 gain on that one. So that'll bring up 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and looks like 3rd and about 6 from the Rhinos from their own 47-yard line.
I don't know, Chabby. I think to describe that as a lie may be doing yourself a disservice.
So, okay. So here we go. Third down, 3rd and 6. See where the quarterback Justin Smith will go to the air. Oh, shakes back the pass and takes off himself. Runs the ball for a gain of about 3 yards. Certainly going to be short of the first down. So that'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Northside Rhinos. Not quite sure whether that was actually the right play then. Sean, he sort of shaped a pass, but he sort of was only half committed to the pass there.
Yeah, and that little bit of space opened up in front of him, and he went for it. Didn't get the first down, though.
No, but it looks like they're going to leave him out there, so he's going to go. They're going to go for on the 4th goal, so it'll be 4th and 2 from the Stingrays' 48-yard line. So maybe looking for a quarterback sneak here from Justin Smith. There he is again. Did he do enough there to make the first down? We'll have to see where they spot the ball. Looks like he's done enough for the first down, so that'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays' 45-yard line. So
a lot for the Stingrays to cover because, of course, the Rhinos have got the two-prong running attack of Dingle and Jackson for the quarterback to keep that ball. There's a lot for the Stingrays to be keeping their eyes open for, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know how much, whether the quarterback's going to do it all game. Oh, there's a false start from number 70 there for the Northside Rhinos. I believe that was Mick Jenkinson, who's false start in that regard. So that'll bring up 1st and 15 for the Northside Rhinos. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Northside Rhinos from their own, or from the 50-yard line, from the halfway line, dead smack bang in the middle of the field. So we have a handoff there to Jackson. Bounces out of the first tackle. Gain of about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 yards, 12 yards on a bit of a stumbling run there, forcing a couple of guys to miss the tackles there. So we've got a 12-yard run there from Luke Jackson down the left-hand side.
That's what it means to be an Australian running back, isn't it, Luke? Jeez, I had a heart attack watching those defensive players come in at Jackson, but he was able to keep away from them, keep marching down the field. Great play.
Yeah. Oh, some heavy contact there on Dingle from Dennis Gilmore there, and we've got a helmet come off, so Dingle will have to go off for a play. But, yeah, so I think he's done enough for the first down there. We'll just wait to see where the referees spot this ball there. But a nice run play to Dingle there over the left-hand side.
Right, here they come again.
So, yeah, it was enough for the first down. Sorry, folks, just coming back to you there. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rhinos from the Stingrays' 35-yard line. As quarterback Justin Smith rolls back for a pass, going out to Gino Gerbo, and just over out of the reach of Gerbo. There, the pass, unfortunately, just a little bit too much on, and I think the only person who was going to get to that one would have been the referee standing out or the cameraman there. So a little bit too much on that pass from Justin Smith. Unfortunately, unable to be reeled in there from Gino Gerbo. So under defensive pressure there from Ashley Dick, so that'll bring up 2nd down for the Northside Rhinos from the Gold Coast Stingrays' 35-yard line.
And both sides really enjoying these dry conditions out here this afternoon after some wet weather footy in the finals.
Yeah, after Noah's Ark weather last in the semi-finals, certainly I think both sides will enjoy the dry track and the great conditions here tonight. As we snap the ball and we've got a flag there on the play, I think this might be a bit of a delay again. It seemed to take forever to get that play off, so wait and see what the referees rule. Oh no, we got a false start. So someone was just a little bit too keen to get going before the ball snaps. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy out there on the defensive and offensive lines here. They really just cannot wait to get their hands on each other.
A lot of energy, a lot of nerves. So anyway, so this will bring up 1st and 15 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 40-yard line as we go for a pass over the right-hand side there to tight end Reece Barnes. And again, Justin Smith just taking a bit of time to settle down and set his feet and get his throws accurate. We've seen a number of them out of the hands of Justin Smith going too far so far, but I'm sure he'll settle down and get into this game. He's certainly been moving the ball well in the run game, and the passing game is just taking a little bit of time to settle down here for the Northside Rhinos.
And some good close attention there from number 26, Luke Krause, on defence for the Stingrays.
So that'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the Northside Rhinos. Smith back again to pass. Oh, nice ball over the middle there to the tight end, Reece Barnes. So great reception there. So there you go. Looks like he's finally zeroed that arm in. So it looks like a gain of about 20 yards there to Reese Barnes over the middle on the pass reception from Justin Smith. So that'll bring up first down for the Northside Rhinos. Be first and 10 from the Gold Coast Stingrays 20, with just over 2.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter of a very exciting and very evenly matched game so far.
Well, hasn't it been exhilarating so far, this Sunbowl?
So quarterback keeper, I'm not sure whether it was actually supposed to be handed off there to the fullback or not, but certainly Justin Smith kept the ball and managed to scramble through for about 3 to 4 yards there. So that'll bring up second down for the Northside Rhinos.
Here they come, the Rhinos again.
Let's go, Rhinos!
Smith with the pass out.
Yeah, pass out to Gerbo on a little screen pass. He comes right across the formation, across the side of the field. Tackle being made by number 14, Howell Patina, for a gain of about 6 yards there. So that should bring up, we'll be on the Stingrays 4-yard line. It should bring up third down, I believe. Oh, no, it's going back. Got a holding penalty. Oh, coach killers, those ones.
Yeah, they certainly are.
I'll be holding on number 70, Michael Jenkinson, by the looks of that one. So that'll negate that play. So that's so this will bring up third and long for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays 19-yard line.
No score so far in this 2012 Sunbowl here on 31 Digital's coverage of Gridiron Queensland in 2012. The Gold Coast Stingrays taking on the Northside Rhinos, the Rhinos in the red and currently on offence. Sean Bindley with Luke Chapman.
So yeah, it's certainly been an even game so far with 1:47 left to go in this first quarter. Neither side giving an inch, so you would have to say the Rhinos are moving the ball a little bit better offensively, but certainly the Stingrays' defence is resolved and stopped that first drive there, and now proving fairly resolute in the second drive from the Northside Rhinos.
Yeah, that big brawny Stingrays defence is not going to give points up easy.
Oh, no, that's for sure. That's for sure. As we see, even the referees need a drink of water now and again. Getting a bit dry out there. So certainly dry conditions being enjoyed by all this afternoon, as opposed to the semi-finals where it was, I think they were almost issuing players bloody snorkels and fins rather than boots. So here we go, back to the action here. So this will bring out third down, third and long on the Stingrays 19 for the Northside Rhinos. Quarterback Justin Smith drops back for a pass, looking for an open receiver. Can't see anything downfield, so tend to scramble himself, get what he can get. And tackles under some immense defensive pressure there from, looks like Chris Mooney, Dennis Gilmore, and 53 for the Stingrays, Rob Clayton as well. So some big defensive pressure there on the quarterback, Justin Smith, after he pulled the ball down and decided to get what he can get with his receivers being covered downfield. So that'll bring up fourth down for the Northside Rhinos. But just over a minute left to go in this first quarter.
Clock's running.
Oh, pass knocked down there. So fourth down, so they bring out the Rhinos are bringing out the field goal unit. So pass being knocked down by, it was number 53, which is Rob Clayton on the stop on that play there, going for a pass there to Andy Young. So looks like the Rhinos bring out their field goal unit, attempt to get the first points of the game here with a B. It'll end up being about looks like it'll be about a 31-yard field goal for a stamp for the thingos, and it is complete. So Northside Rhinos take the first points of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl with a field goal. So that'll make the score Northside Rhinos 3, Gold Coast Stingrays 0. So just under a minute to go in this first quarter, Rhinos just starting to creep a little bit. I'm sure the coach would have preferred a touchdown there on that play, but wasn't to be, with some very strong defence coming from the Gold Coast Stingrays. Yeah. So they've taken the 3 points on offer from the field goal conversion completed by Eddie Cockwa. So that means the Northside Rhinos will be kicking off to restart this game with, you see, 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that Rhinos offense very efficient early in this first quarter.
Early in this first, certainly I would say that the first quarter honours would belong to the Rhinos offense.
I think so,
the dominant unit. So Eddie Cock with a kick off from here. Looks like Andrew Campbell back for the return. Oh, he's missed 1, 2, and 3. Tackle being made by number 46, who's not listed on our sheet, so I'm not exactly sure who that is. So, but Mr. 46, congratulations on making the tackle. That's 1 up for you. On the return, looks like about a 22-yard return there from Andrew Campbell. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays here, with just over 35 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Andrew Campbell from the Stingrays feeling the hamstring, looking a little ginger, but remaining out on the field.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 40-yard line after that great return from Campbell. Barnes on the pressure, and a great reception there over the right-hand side to their finish receiver, Riku Hacha there, who doesn't miss too many. It's after a 12, 13-yard reception there. It just depends on where the referee spots the ball, but a great pass and great reception there from the Gold Coast Stingrays. That'll bring up 1st down for the Stingrays from the Rhinos, 37, looks like about 37, 38-yard line.
Bassina to Hachu, we saw that many times in the semi-final series. It's been an effective weapon for the Stingrays so far.
Absolutely. 37-yard line there, Sean. I knew I was close. So we've got motion from Jared Hayes there. So hand off to the running back, Damien Malloy, with some room to move up the middle there. So Malloy proving his versatility. Gone at receiver and is now come in at running back and looks like made the 1st down. Looks like Reece Barnes having a bit of an argument about who's in possession of the ball, but the referees have ruled that the Stingrays maintain possession of the ball, so that'll bring up 1st down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So the Stingrays starting to prove effective and move that ball now. Starting to show a little bit of force in the offensive side of the ball.
Yep.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from the Rhinos. A low snap there. And a pass out to Campbell there. Great catch there for a gain of about 5 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Stingrays on the Northside Rhinos 30-yard line.
Yeah, had a few problems with the snap there, Bassner, but he was able to pull it in and complete the pass to Campbell very well. And it looks like time is out in this first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter here in the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, the 28th Sunbowl, we have the Northside Rhinos leading the Gold Coast Stingrays 3 points to 0. And just while we have a break and play, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this year. Certainly 31 Digital for all their efforts and bringing you this evening's game. And then we'd also like to thank Budweiser, Diamond Cutting Solutions, Summit Tower Hire for all their efforts and support throughout the 2012 Gridiron Queensland season and throughout this final series.
And once again, Chubby, for young athletes watching this game and thinking, there's a sport I'd like to get involved in. What's the best way that they can get involved in gridiron in their local area in the upcoming 2013 season, which is only a couple of months away?
And it's not far away. Certainly if you get onto the website, which is www.gridironkqld.asn.au, they have all the various clubs' contact details. And we actually have clubs located everywhere from the Sunshine Coast down through to the Gold Coast and out west through to Toowoomba. So,
and how many clubs playing in the?
We actually have nine clubs playing in the senior competition. So there's a club reasonably close to pretty well everyone. We've got teams on the Bay side, North side, South side, out Ipswich way, etc. So for the first play of the second quarter, a snap out to Bassiner is going for great reception down the right hand side and touchdown.
Reece Perkins
with
the reception.
On the reception there. So a great throw there from the quarterback for the Gold Coast Stingrays, Matt Bassiner. An equal great reception from Reece Perkins there on the reception. So that'll bring up touchdown for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll make the score Gold Coast Stingrays 6, Northside Rhinos 3 here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, instant reply from the Stingrays after that 3-point play from the Rhinos late in the first quarter, and the Stingrays reply instantly. Looking for the extra point.
So Perkins successful with the extra point conversion. So Reese Perkins has scored all these Stingray points here early in this second quarter of this 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl. So we have the Gold Coast Stingrays now leading the Northside Rhinos 7 points to 3.
Oh, geez, I'll tell you what, the Rhinos dominant in that first quarter, marching the ball down the field, and the Stingrays have had limited opportunities on offence, and yet they've been able to turn it around and score early in this second quarter. That's going to change the complexion of this game just a little bit.
It will. Puts the pressure back on the Rhinos.
Sure does.
And that shows the power of the Stingrays offence, that they are able to strike and score points very quickly here. They certainly do have a number of offensive weapons, and with the quarterback of the Stingrays calibre there, it certainly is a lot of work and a lot of coverage there for the Northside Rhinos. Although they have been doing it very effectively, it's only been the one play that's cost them the points so far.
Yep.
So, but anyway, here we go. Mitchell Wong back for the reception. So makes the first tackle miss, and the tackle's been made by, looks like Andrew Campbell there and Ashley Dick. So it looks like about an 18-yard return there from Mitchell Wong. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos on their own, looks like their own 30, what do you reckon that'd be there, Sean? About 32, 33-yard line?
I'm happy to take your advice on such matters, Coach Chapman.
We'll call it 32 and a half. There you go. So
That's a long way from where we are up here in the box, I can tell you that much.
Especially after a couple of beers after that game. Shouldn't have jumped around that jumping castle earlier. Anyway, back to the game. So we've got a run play over the left-hand side. They hand off to Jackson with a gain of about 2 to 3 yards there. On the play, that'll bring up 2nd down for the Northside Rhinos.
And the sun is setting, and this is an absolutely beautiful scene for the 2012 Sunbowl. We're with you from Cougarai Oval down in Wynnum. Cougarai.
Cougarai. Depends which side of the creek you come from.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah, tomato. Potato.
Think about dinner now.
So as we see another handoff to Jackson over the left-hand side. Looks like he's about an 8-9 yard gain. Looks like he's done enough for the first down. We'll just have to wait and see where the lovely referee Barbara Johnson spots it on that left-hand side there. For those that don't know, Barbara has previously officiated at the first ever Women's World Cup. Right? So, yeah, it's where she actually received an award for meritorious service and officiating in that tournament. So,
yeah, fantastic. Certainly
some very experienced officials out here on this evening's Sunbowl. So it certainly was enough for the first down. So they hand off to the left-hand side again to Stuart Dingle for a gain of about 8 yards there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays' 49-yard line there. So,
and big Stuart Dingle continues to go about his work in a most efficient manner for the Northside Rhinos. A dominant force on the ground so far in this Sunbowl.
It looks like we've got an option pitch roll out there. He's got it. Oh, hang on. Let's wait and see this pile.
Get in there and sort that out, sir.
So we had an option play over the right-hand side there with quarterback Justin Smith starting initially to run the ball, and then he's pitched it late there to the running back Luke Jackson. And
looked like he just kept it long enough to convince Jackson that he was going to stay with it.
Yeah, and then he pitched it, and I don't think Jackson was quite expecting it.
Jackson looking upfield to make a block, I think, on that occasion.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the ball's there, and he's scrambled. There was several Stingrays coming flying and trying to make the possession, but Jackson was skilled enough, quick enough to regain possession of the ball. So that'll bring up 1st down for the for the Northside Rhinos over the Gold Coast Stingrays. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Rhino 79. And we've got the end-around play to Matt Neal. It looks like a gain of about a yard on the play there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Northside Rhinos. So the Rhinos trying to respond to that early strike early in the second quarter strike from the Stingrays. You see a bit of play action pass and a pass over to young Andy Young there, or just a little bit of conjecture about whether the pass was complete or not. The way he's running back with the ball, I dare say he's given up and saying, no, I didn't catch that one. She bounced before I got it. So good sportsmanship being shown by Andy Young on that occasion. He put his hand up and said, no, there was no pass there. So that'll bring up third down. So it'll be 3rd and 9 from the Stingrays 34-yard line.
And the Rhinos continuing to control this ball offensively. Limited opportunities for the Stingrays on offence.
Yeah.
Smith again hands it off.
Hands it off to Dingle for a run over the right-hand side there. Tackle's been made from Ben Hartley and Hoa Patina there in that regard. So a gain of about 3 to 4 yards there. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Northside Rhinos. So we'll see whether they whether they actually kick this one or whether they actually play. No, looks like the quarterback Justin Smith's off, so looks like they might be going for a field goal. No, going to punt it away. Going to punt it away.
All right, here we go.
So punt away there from their kicker Eddie Cockwa. And out of bounds on the Stingrays. Looks like the Stingrays 8 to 9-yard line. 9-yard line there. So with 8 minutes 20 seconds left to go in this first half of this 2012 Gold Coast Stingrays versus Northside Rhinos Sunbowl, we have the Stingrays leading 7 points to 3. And just about to take over in possession after that defensive stop and force of the punt there from the by the Rhinos. So referee's just spotting the ball. Looks like it was about the 13-yard line where it went out. So Matt Bassiner about to take over on turnover on down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays.
This is the first opportunity for the Stingrays in the second quarter on offence.
Second one, they did have that quick play.
That's right.
As a turn a quarter, but certainly their first down as we see a little swing pass out there to Malloy on the left-hand side. Oh, he picks up a couple of downfield blocks and makes a great run down the right-hand side there. So it looks like we had a gain of about 25. Young Damien Malloy very excited about that play, getting the first down there. So looks like a gain of about 25 yards there on the pass from Bassiner to the little screen out on the right-hand side there. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 42, 43-yard line.
And I know we've said it before, but again, a perfect example of how potent this Stingrays air attack is.
Yes, yeah, indeed it is.
Bassiner to Malloy. We'll see that again this afternoon.
I'm sure we'll see that several times. One of his favourite targets. Andy Young on the blitz. Bassiner. Pressure and able to get... unfortunately incomplete. But Bassiner certainly under huge pressure there on the blitz from young Andrew Young coming in from the left-hand side. He was able to get the ball away.
That one, yeah.
And unfortunately, Harcher unable to make that reception there. But certainly big pressure. I think the Rhinos coaching staff are going to bring the blitzes, bring the pressure down on Matt Bassett, trying to interrupt his rhythm, see if they can get some turnovers.
Well, we saw how effective that could be in the semis, didn't we?
Absolutely. Yeah. That was a big key to the Rhinos semi-final win, as they were bringing pressure as best and as often as they could from wherever they could. So, see a little handoff, a run game there to number 8, Jared Hayes, by the looks of that, with a little gain. Sorry, no, it was young Brock Davies here on the run, so a loss of 2. So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So it'll be 3rd and 12 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 41-yard line.
They talk it over. Here they come.
Yeah, and I dare say with Bassett as a quarterback, they'll probably go to the air here. I'm thinking either Malloy or Harcher has been probably the favourite targets to bring the pressure from the Rhinos. Here we go. And Campbell, there you go. Make a liar of me. So great reception there from young Andrew Campbell with just over 7 minutes left to go in this second quarter of this game. So that should be enough to bring up the first down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. So you get the sense the Stingrays are just starting to hit their rhythm with their passing attack here. So under immense pressure from the Northside Rhinos, trying to bring blitz, trying to do everything they can to upset the rhythm of the Stingrays. But certainly the Stingrays remaining solid at the moment and just starting to really hit their rhythm, I think. So
Oh, timeout called by Bassinet.
Yeah, timeout called by Bassinet. Saw something he didn't quite like there, or something that was going to upset the play. So a smart move on his thing, just make the timeout.
So when Bassinet sees that, what's he actually seeing that he doesn't like that's causing him to call a timeout?
More than likely it'll be a defensive formation or a blitz package coming. So.
Okay, so he's seeing a defence that's actually suited to nullify what he's planning on doing.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
It's been said in the game of Gridiron that there's no perfect defence, there's no perfect offence. Every offensive play will work if the defence is run a certain way, and if it's run a different way, it'll stop that play every time. So, for instance, if he was going to run, two receivers down deep and they had two deep safeties sitting there right out top of those receivers, then obviously they're not going to, those plays are not going to be on. So maybe they look at changing the plays, that sort of thing. Okay. So that was part of that cat and mouse game.
That's playing the percentages, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's playing that cat and mouse game. The offense coordinators try and guess what the defense is going to do, so then they can work out what they're going to do, try and beat the defense of what it's going to do. And it's quite interesting because you don't actually know what the defense is going to do until you that. There we go. Look at that. Nice little dump pass over the middle there to the tight end. If I'm thinking right, I think that was respect. Oh, no, it was actually Joel Harris. A little dump over the top to Joel Harris there on the little dump pass, and that brought up was enough for a first down there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So you probably find Bassinet read the two safeties were deep. So instead of running that player deep, he brought it up short, able to drop it in.
Bassinet's got a number of options. If this happens, then I can do this. If this happens,
Absolutely.
I can do this.
Yeah, that's right. And a good quarterback will actually try and keep his options open as often as possible and make his read. So they read what the defence is doing. And see there. There's a little handoff there to Malloy there on the run. It was a gain of about 4 yards. So to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Looks like just trying to get a spot there. So, 2nd and 6 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from the Rhinos 27 yard line. 27 yard line, we'll call it. 2nd and 7.
Stingrays starting to look dangerous.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to hit their rhythm a little bit on this offensive side of the ball. Rhinos will have to look at bringing a bit of pressure. And here we goes. Bit of pressure coming from the outside from Barnes. Unfortunately, unable to get to Bassinet, the quarterback. The receiver will be a little bit disappointed with that. Bassinet did everything he could. He felt the pressure coming, scrambled outside, rolled out to his right, picked his receiver, fired it in there. Unfortunately, the reception unable to be made. So that'll bring up 3rd down here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. This will be 3rd and 7 from the Rhinos 26 yard line.
Yeah, they won't die wondering, will they?
No. No.
And that's been typical of their play all season, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, certainly both these teams are going to give their all and do their best to, to put on a great show and also win this game. And neither team's giving an inch at the moment. There's certainly a big arm wrestle out there on the field. So Bassinet back in the shotgun snap.
Whoa, look out.
Whoa, snap over his head. And Malloy just picked that one up and thought, well, I'll just run with it. And he's... missed 3, 4. Stepping a few. Did he do enough to get to that first down? Not quite by the looks of that. It was a bit short, but I would have thought there might have been a penalty on that play with offside from one of the defensive players there. Was in the neutral zone, but...
Jeez, how do you defend a player like that?
Oh, mate. Makes it hard.
It sure does.
Yeah, so... But good technique, lots of training, and better luck. So, With just over 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter here of this 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl between. There you go. We've got the offside on the defence, as I thought. So to repeat 3rd down. So the offence will gain 5 yards from that, and they'll get another go, which you would take soon as that was a little bit of a mucked up play. If you recall, the ball went straight over the head of the quarterback. So now to bring up 3rd and short. So we're 3rd and 1 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from the Rhinos. Looks like just a 21 yard line. So here we go. Rhinos in fairly tight, deep defense formation. Bassinet. Pass complete. I just don't know whether it's actually enough for a first down. So
doesn't look like that. Might be a yard or so short.
Maybe a yard short. The pass certainly was complete to Hayes there, but I think there's a bit of a mental error then from the Gold Coast Stingrays receiver. I'm sure he was supposed to be at the first down mark rather than a yard short. So
a few problems for Bassinet at the snap as well. The snaps are starting to fly all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, I dare say the linemen have been on the field for a while. They're probably starting to get a little bit tired, and a couple of little mental errors starting to creep in certainly from the centre there, Anton Goddard, on those snaps. Basser on the reception, goes for a long pass in the corner, and touchdown! Andrew Campbell on the reception there on the corner pattern there. A great reception there and a great throw there from Bassiner. So that'll bring a touchdown to the Gold Coast Stingrays. That means the Gold Coast Stingrays will now be leading the Northside Rhinos 13 points to 3 here with just over 4 minutes left to play in this first half of this 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl.
Wow, they're great to watch.
There it is, isn't it?
Bassiner to Campbell again. I think that's the second touchdown of the game for Campbell so far.
Yeah, they just stood back and let the defensive pressure come through and stood back.
They really did. They actually sucked the defensive line in.
Yep.
And gave Campbell a little room.
A little room, one-on-one reception there out to the sideline, so they put him one-on-one with that cornerback, and the receiver proving too strong on the occasions. So that's it's extra point complete, so that'll bring up another point for the Stingrays. So the Stingrays now leading the Gold Coast Stingrays now leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3 here with just under 4 minutes to go in this second quarter of the 2012 Budweiser 31 Digital Gridiron Queensland semi-final.
Okay, Coach Chapman, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. What do the Rhinos do to stop this potent Stingrays offence?
First thing you'd want to do is control the football.
Yep.
You know, the Rhinos they've been controlling football reasonably well with the run game, but then just at critical times, those little mental errors have been creeping in, which has been costing them. So you need to make sure you've got your mind on the job, control that football. I'd be looking at doing the 4-minute drill, I think we spoke about earlier on a previous broadcast. Do the 4-minute drill, control the football, and score in the last minute or so, and give the Gold Coast Stingrays a little opportunity to respond to it. So just get yourself 7 points on the board. That way you're going into half time at 14 points to 10.
Yep.
Not too bad. 14 points to 3, it's still not bad or desperate as yet, but certainly if they could get 7 points on before half time, 14 points to 10 is only 4 points in, less than a score in the game. The Rhinos would be fairly comfortable with that.
I mean, we're going to see the Rhinos coming up here again and they've really had the majority of the possession so far in this game, and they've been able to march the ball up the field, unable to turn that into points so far, and yet they'll turn it over, give the ball back to the Stingrays, and the Stingrays are able to go whack, whack, whack into the end zone straight away.
Yeah, certainly the Stingrays had about an 8-yard return there from number 86, Brad Boland. So the Rhinos will take over 1st and 10. But certainly the Stingrays are long range or offensive firepower with Bassiner at quarterback. He can make you pay short and must certainly make you pay deep. So as soon as you back off, he's got you. So let's see what the Northside Rhinos can do with just under 4 minutes left to play in this second quarter of this Gridiron Queensland semi-final with a nice run over the left-hand side of Jackson, who just lost his footing there on the ground. So a little bit of dew on the ground. It's certainly not raining. It's certainly a fantastic evening for football, and maybe need to use those longer studs on his boots there or something. But or maybe the Stingrays could employ a little sniper in the stands there. Unfortunately, slipped for Jackson there. He was just starting to open up the space thing. But he'll take the 6 yards gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays 35-yard line.
Whistle on the play, and the referees converge on each other. Who blew that?
We've got a timeout called by the Northside Rhinos there. So, Rhinos just going back. The quarterback, Justin Smith, wandering over the sideline there. There you go. So, that timeout was actually called by the referees against the Rhinos because of an equipment violation. I'll just explain an equipment violation. One of the players' chin straps wasn't actually done up, and because the helmet and chin straps actually is safety equipment, the referees will stop the game, charge a timeout to that team, so the team will lose timeout while the player does that up. And that's to make sure that all the players have got the correct safety equipment on and it is fitted correctly. So the same with mouth guards. If you have a mouth guard and you don't have it in, they will sign it. It'll cost your team timeout. As Justin Smith going for a long pass there unfortunately misdirected, and the nearest player to it was number 6, Damien Malloy for the Gold Coast Stingrays, but the ball went to ground, so Justin Smith trying for a long strike there, so unfortunately for the Northside Rhinos, unable to complete that pass, so that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 35-yard line, sorry. Smith going for a short pass and complete there to, looks like it's to Reece Barnes. Sorry, no, it's
Cayley, was it, I think?
Matthew Cayley there on the
Yep.
reception. Centering up first down for the Northside Rhinos. The Rhinos moving into a hurry-up offense here. So 1st and 10 for the Rhinos from the 45-yard line with a handoff to the left-hand side to Luke Jackson. So a gain of 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Rhinos' 47-yard line.
Interesting to see the Rhinos starting to go to the air a little bit.
Yeah, starting to move the ball. I think they're realising that the Stingrays' defensive unit starting to read their run game a little bit and slow them down.
Yep.
So they're having to mix up their plays a little bit. So Smith going to the air now. Going to a long pass and complete there to Gerbo. Looks like there's a bit of controversy about it. We've also got a
wave it off.
flag on the player as well, so we'll have to wait and see what this. The Stingrays are saying he certainly completed the catch, but the Stingrays are saying he was actually out of bounds when he did so. So I'll have to see what the referees rule on this one. There certainly was a referee right on the spot there, so we'll wait and see what the flags are for. Let's see the result of this play. There you go. Pass interference on the offense. Not something you hear too often, but yeah. So pass interference on the offense, which negates that great catch there downfield. So that'll actually march the Northside Rhinos back 10 yards. So
Explain that to me.
pass interference in the offense. Okay, with just under 3 minutes left to go. The receiver going downfield is not allowed to push the defender away to make the catch, basically, is what they're saying. So another long pass there from Justin Smith to, I'm not quite sure who it was. It looked like it was Reece Barnes and Matthew Cayley trying to get downfield on that ones, but unfortunately nowhere near the reception. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Northside Rhinos. So with just over 2 minutes left to go. Sorry, 3rd down because of penalty. Sorry, my apologies. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Northside Rhinos here. You'd have to think another pass play would be coming. So 3rd and long, and the pass over the head of, looks like Matthew Neal. Yep, Matthew Neal attempted reception there, but way over the head of him under defensive pressure from Damien Malloy. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Northside Rhinos. So it'll be 4th and way too long. So you would think the Rhinos would be punting this one away. In fact, Eddie Cockwell, their punter's on the field now.
Just an air of desperation starting to come out into the Rhinos play. Desperate for points late in this second quarter.
I think more so probably, I don't know about desperation, but certainly they're starting to panic a little bit. And there's no need to. I mean, they're only down by 14 points to 3 at this point in time. So there's certainly, they've got a whole nother half of football left to go. I mean, it's nearly half time. You go into the half time, if you're only down by 11 points, it's only two scores there. So it's the ball's going nowhere, so that'll be a turnover on turnover on downs there after the punt by the Northside Rhinos. So the Rhinos will send out their defensive unit, and the Stingrays send their offensive unit. So with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the half. The Gold Coast Stingrays certainly are leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3. So there's certainly no need to panic from the Northside Rhinos' point at this stage. They're only down by 11 points, which is only 2 touchdowns. And, we have seen on previous occasions, certainly in that semi-final for the Rhinos against the Kenmore Bears, the Rhinos do have the ability to pile points on fairly quickly. So and there's 2 minutes left in this half and a whole another half of the football left to go yet. So we'll wait to see what Bassiner can do with the Gold Coast Stingrays offense here, whether they're going to continue attack or a bit of a screen there play coming from the Stingrays. And the reception made by number 7, Garrett Kawaro. So that'll bring up 2nd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Once again, the Stingrays completing passes at will.
Indeed they are. So, two multiple receivers as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 36, 37 yard line there. Pass complete to Ricky Hatcha. That'll be enough for a first down after a 12-yard gain. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 42, 43 yard line there.
Great tackle too from Brad Boland for the Rhinos.
Current Queensland cornerback,
Okay.
current Queensland Sun Devil, Brad Boland. So,
Yeah, great defensive play.
yeah, so there certainly is a number of representative players on display here tonight, as you would imagine with the two top teams. Certainly, it's their stars certainly representing the state and country. So, Bassner back for the long strike down. Dang it. Oh, just over the head there of number 86, Ricky Hatcha, under a great defensive pressure there from Northside Rhinos, Brad Boland. So that'll bring up 2nd down here for the Gold Coast Stingrays, with just under a minute and a half left to go in this second quarter.
Apologies, of course, for some problems we're having with our picture at the moment. We're doing our best to rectify that situation as quickly as possible.
So a minute 13 left to go. Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3. See motion.
What's going on there, mate?
Oh, mate, interference. It's the referees. Someone's.
Always the referees.
Oh, mate, you blame the referees for everything around here. So we see a little run up the right-hand side there from the Gold Coast Stringers to bring down 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the with Bassner back. Here we go for a long bomb down the corner. Oh, just over the head of Hutchus. That's the second time they tried that long bomb down to the corner play there of Ricky Hatcha. Unfortunately, unable to drag it in there. So that should bring up 4th down there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So, I was about to say, looks like we solved that. Maybe the aliens have moved in here.
See, even you thinking that has ruled that out.
Mate, it's the brainwaves. It's upsetting the gammas. So apologies about the bit of the issues with the technical difficulties here, folks. We hope to have this sorted very shortly. But with just under 40 seconds left to go in this second quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl Championship game, we have the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos by 14 points to 3. So referees just told you technically, even the referee's stopping the play to get it sorted out. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Stingrays. Sorry, 4th and 8. So it looks like Stingrays are going to punt this one away. Yeah, we've just got a few little technical difficulties that they're trying to sort out here on the field.
Mitch, we need a big run, buddy. Hold the ball, Mitch. Hold the ball.
So a little bit of getting themselves sorted out there. So it'll be 4th down for the Gold Coast Stingrays, 4th and 8. So the Stingrays will punt that away. Just a delay of game penalty there. So just taking too long to get themselves sorted out there, Sean. So let's see. Head referee Tim Renshaw ruling the game here. So punt away by Reese Packins. And okay, so no return on that one. So that'll be a turnover on possession. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair way of summing it up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether head coach Mark Maguire actually calls a couple of plays and tries to get a quick score in before half-time, or whether he just plays a little bit conservatively and just does the run play, let the clock run out, go into half-time, regroup at half-time, and come out firing for the second half here. So just for folks know, just over 30 seconds left to go in this first half, and we have the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos, 14 points to 3. Smith back. Oh, great reception there over the middle there from Matthew Cayley. So that'll bring up 1st down for the Northside Rhinos. So head coach Mark Wire thought, no, bugger, we've got a bit of time left. Let's see what we can do. So
great catch from Cayley. A lot of pressure up the middle as he ran through there.
Yeah,
linebackers coming from everywhere.
Yeah, pressure coming from everywhere, but a great reception. So with 23 seconds left to go, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 45-yard line. So 46-yard line, sorry, folks. So 1st and 10.
Here they come again. Of course, no lack of pressure on the officials out there this evening.
No, they've got to get it right. If they get it wrong, all sorts of things get very nasty. So we're going for another long bomb there from Justin Smith. Oh, unfortunately, incomplete pass there. Aimed for Gino Gerbo there, who's been his target, Justin Smith's target whenever he's gone long. They look for Gino down long. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to reel those in, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 36. Great defensive pressure there from Ike Summerfield.
Yeah, oh, they've been fantastic this evening, the Stingrays.
So, be 2nd and 10. 15 seconds left to go in this second quarter there for the Northside Rhinos. So a bit of a blitz coming. Smith looking to roll out. Oh, great reception made there from number 7, Andy Young, under great defensive pressure there from Chris Mooney. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and short for the Northside Rhinos. With looks like about 10 seconds left to go here in this first half of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl.
Too far out to score?
Oh, never say never.
All right.
Never say never.
Okay.
Probably too far to throw it all the way, but certainly not too far to catch and run it in. So here we go. 10 seconds left to go. So one of the things about Gridiron, I've been saying it's in the last minute for about the last 15 minutes now, haven't we? But like I keep saying, the time's only taken while the ball's in play. So a minute can last a mile, which is really good if you're winning, but not quite so good if you're losing. So
yeah, it certainly leaves the coaches on the sideline frustrated and antsy.
Yep. Just want to get to half time and regroup your troops, reassemble, and come out firing for the second half. So it'll be 3rd and short for the Northside Rhinos. Pump fake. And Smith's going nowhere. Oh, scrambling. Oh, under some heavy contact there. Was it enough for the first down there? We'll have to wait and see.
Ravi Sharma with heavy no, it was 26 Luke Krause from the Stingrays with heavy contact.
So, that's enough. There you go. Referees ruled half-time. So, at half-time, it's the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3. And join us soon for the second half of this 2012 Sunbowl. Welcome back to the second half of this exciting Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl with the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3, and the Rhinos getting ready to kick off this last half of football for the 2012 season. Thoughts on the first half so far, Sean?
It's been an interesting game. You know, the Rhinos started this game running the ball consistently through their star running backs and limited opportunities on offense for the Stingrays, and yet they keep coming up with the points. It's going to take a big effort from the Rhinos to turn this game around. It's too early to call it, of course. But I think I'd be betting your money on the Stingrays.
Oh, my money. I don't have any money. So with a kick-off from Eddie Coquah there for the Northside Rhinos. Oh, bit of a fumble, but no, picks it up, retains possession there. Return from Andrew Campbell there. Looks like he's getting about 6 or 7 yards on some heavy defensive pressure there from the Rhinos. From Brad Boland, and looks like Greg Holbrook as well there in on the tackle. So the Gold Coast Stingrays will take over 1st and 10 from their own, looks like about their own 34-yard line there. So certainly the second half promises to be an exciting second half with the Stingrays just edging, taking the points there in the first half. Certainly the Rhinos had by far had the superior time in possession of the football, but the Stingrays making better use of what limited football they did have, and coming up with 2 touchdowns. The Rhinos the only points coming from a field goal there to Eddie Coquah. So 14 points to 3 at the start of this second half or third quarter in this game. So we'll see Bassner rolling out on the left there. No, he decides to keep that ball. Nothing open downfield. So takes the 3 yards on offer there, so that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 7 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So certainly the Rhinos defence started off bringing a heap of pressure there. So
yeah. I really have an idea that we're going to see an opportunity for the Stingrays to express their considerable offensive might in this second half of the 2012 Sunbowl. Plenty of attacking weapons for the Stingrays.
Yeah, and they're certainly looking very comfortable at the start of this second half.
Yeah, they've really played within themselves, and yet with the Rhinos, they've been a little uncertain, a little hurried.
Oh, unfortunately, unable to reel that one in under great defensive tackle there.
Great tackle from Andrew Young.
Yeah, on Reece Perkins there. Had the ball in his hand, and then under the big hit there from Ringen, and it's shaking Perkins up a little bit there. He's down on the knee. No, he says he's no good. No, he's got to go off for a bit of a play. So on a big hit there from young Andy Young on the field there, and Perkins will go off just to collect his thoughts and unrattle his brain there a little bit. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So we'll wait and see what Bassiner comes out with in this play.
That classic slant across the middle.
Yeah.
Safety coming up, meeting the runner.
Every wide receiver's nightmare across the middle.
Yep, so. and every cornerback's dream play.
Absolutely. So the Rhino showing some blitz pressure here. Hand off to Malloy over the left-hand side there. The tackle being affected there by number 92, Travis Stanbury there on the defensive line. So that'll bring up 4th down there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So not doing a whole lot with their first possession, the Stingrays. So the certainly the Northside Rhinos have stepped up the defensive pressure a little bit. So looks like the Stingrays are going to be forced to punt this one away. That'll turn over possession there to the Northside Rhinos. So early in this third quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, we have the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 14 points to 3.
So how do the Rhinos turn this around? What's the key to their success in this second half?
Look, I don't think they need to do too much differently from what they're doing in the first half. They've certainly shown that they can move that football down the field through the running games of Dingle and Jackson. Justin Smith is proving a little bit erratic with his passing game. I think he needs to settle down that passing game a little bit as we see an illegal substitution on the Gold Coast Stingrays there, so that'll cost them 5 yards there. So they'll go back and just repunt this football away.
Illegal substitution?
You're only allowed to break the huddle with 11 men, so 11 men on the field at once. So at that stage, the Stingrays actually broke the huddle with 12 men, which is one too many.
Need to get that guy off the field before they split from the huddle.
That's absolutely correct. So Perkins away to punt that away on a nice punt downfield. Looks like a long on the reception there. Sorry, no, looks like Lachlan Barnes who received that ball off the punt with a gain of about 7 yards on the return. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 36-yard line there. So good defensive early from the Northside Rhinos early in this second half, and the Gold Coast Stingrays offense not being able to move the ball in the early stages of the second half, but still a long way to go here in the 2012 Gridiron Queensland 31 Digital Sunbowl.
Yes, Luke Chapman and Sean Bindley with you live from Cougarai Oval in Wynnum Manly this evening.
Bit of blitz pressure coming from the Stingrays, and a little short screen out there to Jackson. Oh, that sniper, he struck again. Unfortunately, Jackson just slipping over there as he went to make the cut. So he'll take the gain of about 2 yards there. So he went off to the right for the screen play, and then unable to keep his footings there. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 8 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 38-yard line. So, and that pass over the head of the receiver, Matthew Cayley there. So again, that little bit wayward throwing from the quarterback Justin Smith proving to be costly there.
Yeah, he's just overthrown a few passes so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, so just needs to settle down in the pocket, I think. I think he's probably trying to rush it a little bit. So just needs to settle down. Oh, there's one short. So Justin Smith again going for that pass there, looks like Andrew Young on the reception. Unfortunately, the pass incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th and long for the Northside Rhinos from their own 38. 4th and 9 from their own 38-yard line. And as the Rhinos punt unit comes out to punt this ball away and hand possession back to the Gold Coast Stingrays. So certainly some big defence of pressure from both sides early in this second half. You can tell it's a final, can't you? The atmosphere out there is electric with big hits and big pressure coming from both defences out on the field here.
Yeah, and certainly no love lost between these two units. Kick goes away.
And kicked out of bounds there by Cockwa. So the Stingrays will take over on downs. So the Stingrays will be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Looks like it was only a short kick for the Stingrays. Sorry, for the Rhinos. So I'm just waiting to get a measurement there. There's people everywhere here. Come on, show us where we're going. There we go. So with just over 10 minutes left to play in this third quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 36-yard line.
And that is the Gold Coast Stingrays in blue on the left of your screen. The Rhinos, of course, in the red and black.
Yeah, the Stingrays, if you ask them, it's Columbia blue. If you ask anyone else, it's Powder Puff blue. But we'll see. Certainly not playing like Powder Puffs this afternoon. It's under some heavy defence pressure. Bassner. Oh, great. Unfortunately, unable to reel it in there for Perkins, but a great play there from Bassner under huge defensive pressure there from Reece Barnes. Was able to get the pass away as he's going down. Unfortunately, Perkins was unable to just grab that one, and it just bobbled out at the last instance. So that'll bring up 2nd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
And what's the attitude of the Stingrays? Are you just going to throw chance their arm and beat the Rhinos to the scoreboard at the end of the game?
From what I've seen so far, I would think that the Stingrays are going to, this third quarter probably try and put the nail in the coffin a little bit. Yep. Yeah, just start scoring some points and really try and take the Rhinos out of the game. Certainly winding up fairly aggressively in a 4 wide receiver set. Bassner on the pass, a little slant route there to Andrew Campbell on the reception for a nice gain there. Sorry, it's Riku Harcher. Sorry, my mistake. Riku Harcher on the reception on the slant route for a 12-yard gain. So that'll bring 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from their own 49-yard line. So the Stingrays going about their work quite solidly. Yep. No fancy, no frills, just getting the yards, make the receptions.
Bassin to Harcher again. It's been working all evening.
They haven't had too many misses there. It's only those long ones that he just couldn't quite make. So just over 9.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. The Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhino 14 points to 3. The Stingrays 1st and 10 from their own 49. Oh, so Baston looking for, looks like it was Ricky Harcher again. So unfortunately a pass incomplete, so that'll bring up 2nd down. So it'll be 2nd 10 from their own 49. Harcher, a former Finnish national team player, so certainly has some experience and skill in there. So the Stingrays is actually quite a multicultural team with representatives from 3 different national teams here on display. With Harcher as a wide receiver for Finland, Bassiner as a quarterback for the USA, and then several Australian junior and senior team reps.
Bassiner going long.
Bassiner going long for the receiver there. Could have been a pass interference there called a hose, but I think they ruled it incomplete and uncatchable.
So even if there was pass interference there, the referees may well have judged that he was no chance of catching it anyway, in which case the penalty would be denied.
That's exactly right, yeah. The theory behind that one is it can only be pass interference if you're going to catch the pass. If you're not going to catch the pass, then they can't interfere you to stop you. So the referees ruled uncatchable in that regard, so they're saying that he wouldn't have got there even if he hadn't have been interfered with, so there's no penalty there.
Okay.
So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Stingrays, so it'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Bassiner back in the shotgun snap. Bit of pressure coming from the Rhinos, and Bassiner takes off there. And enough for the 1st down, and he's still going. Showing some great speed off the ground there. And he's going all the way. Touchdown, Gold Coast Stingrays. Matt Bassiner on the scramble run, a great run down there. Looks like a 51-yard touchdown run there from the quarterback of the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll bring up 6 points of Stingrays. That'll make the score Gold Coast Stingrays 20, Northside Rhinos 3 here, about halfway through the third quarter. So with 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So it was just a case of he stood back, looked downfield, all the receivers covered, spotted the open gap and took off there.
Once again, we're aware of the fact that the Rhinos are very conscious of that pass is coming. They just started moving backwards and they gave Bassiner enough room to keep moving forward. And away he went.
Took full advantage of that. Certainly showed some speed there in the running game that we hadn't seen earlier. So, and the extra point complete from Perkins. So that'll make the score Gold Coast Stingrays 21, Northside Rhinos 3 here with just under 9 minutes left to play in the third quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland 31 Digital Sunbowl. So Bassiner just showing that he can actually do it with his feet as well as through passing the ball.
Yep, that's the class of that quarterback for the Stingrays, Matt Bassiner. He's been wonderful all season, a dominant force in the semis, and he's going about his work very efficiently and on occasions quite spectacularly.
Certainly was a great run, a 51-yard touchdown run there from the quarterback of the Gold Coast Stingrays.
And there was no shortage of Rhinos defensive players trying to get their helmet on him.
Yeah, when he took off, he still had a fair bit of work to do.
Sure did.
It certainly wasn't an easy run there. And a great run. In fact, I believe that'll actually be the longest run by any running back or any possession of the ball or any person of the ball in this afternoon's game.
Okay.
So certainly clocking up the yards there. Yeah, both defences have been quite solid in stopping that run game, and Bassiner just opened them up there. So Stingrays with the kickoff to restart play there. Return coming from, looks like, number 47, Lachlan Barnes on the return. Not going too far there, so okay, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 25-yard line, and the Stingrays just starting to pull away a little bit here from the Rhinos. I think this will be a fairly critical drive for the Rhinos, and I think they need to hold possession here and actually get some points on the board if they're going to be, a force in this Sunbowl game. But we'll see what quarterback Justin Smith's how he replies to this one and what Coach Mark Maguire can come up with to respond to this onslaught from the Gold Coast Stingrays. So I formation. Smith rolls out to the left-hand side on the option play. We've got an option throw out to Jackson there, who makes a great run up the right-hand side. So it looks like a gain of about 18 yards there, 19 yards. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 43-yard line.
Just nice the way Maguire's changing that focus of the Rhinos' offense a little bit. Just keeping the Stingrays guessing.
Oh, Smith under immense pressure there. Looks like he almost got tackled, but...
Oh, hold on to that one.
And
still going.
Reception made by Gerbo after Smith was under pressure, and... Oh, great gaining yards there. So a bit of fight left in the old Rhinos. Yeah, it's a bit of a broken play, but Smith with enough skill to be able to get that ball out to Gerbo, and he made some great yards after catch there on that play.
Gerbo did brilliantly well to pull that pass in. He just pretty much pulled it off the ground on his fingertips and was able to pull it in and keep going up the field.
1st and 10, so we've got a lead play to Jackson down the left-hand side. Oh, under some heavy contact there from Malloy, but certainly enough for the first down after a 12-yard run. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos. So the Rhinos starting to come back a little bit, starting to pull some pressure on there. Oh, hang on. No, we've got a hot flag on the call. Oh, that'll kill you, Coach.
Waiting for the referee.
Referee's call is... Oh, that's going to cost them 10 yards. So, players coming back. So, that'll be 1st and 20 for the Northside Rhinos. So, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays 40-yard line. So, unfortunately, holding on the left tackle there of Mick Jenkinson, which is what sprung that run play for Jackson open. So it's coming back.
Here's Smith now.
Smith on the screen pass there to Dingle. Oh, he's away from 2 players. We've got another flag on the play. Fumbled. So a great run there from Dingle. Looks like about a 26-yard run, but we've also got another flag on the play. So we'll wait and see whether this play stands or whether... So the referee's just conferring there.
Looked to me like Dingle may have fumbled before he went out of bounds on that occasion.
Fortunately.
Ooh.
Face mask on the defence, so that play will stand. Penalty denied. It'll be first down to the first down to the Northside Rhinos. So the Rhinos start to put some pressure on the Stingrays.
Best attacking position they've had in this game for quite a while.
Indeed. Yeah, I think it's been probably the first or second drive of the Rhinos. It's the last time they were down in the Stingrays red zone like this. So, oh, no, we've got a whistle here. Halfway through the play, so something wasn't quite right. So let's reset that and see what's happened. So it'll be... it's first and goal for the Northside Rhinos from... Hang on, no. Oh, I hope you're a little bit confused, folks, because I'm even more so right now to find out what's going on.
Not a happy camp out there amongst the Rhinos. A few players gesticulating wildly at each other at the conclusion of that
it's
play.
First and goal for the Rhinos from their 8-yard line. So Smith goes for the option on the left. Smith, and he runs it in for a touchdown. So Northside Rhinos respond to that one, to the touchdown run from Justin Smith on the option play. So that'll make the score Gold Coast Stingrays 21, Northside Rhinos 9. So the Rhinos have responded to that quick strike by the Stingrays. So still a little bit life left in this game yet, with the Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 21 points to 9 there on the touchdown run from Justin Smith.
So just an error in the call of the defence on that occasion from the Stingrays?
Oh, I would think so, yeah. That the option play is designed to sort of put two on one man, and I'd say someone was sort of caught out of position a little bit. So Rhinos get the extra point there, so that'll make it 21 points to 10 here halfway through the third quarter. So the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 21 points to 10 on a great Northside Rhinos drive in response to the Stingrays touchdown.
Yeah, certainly Smith running the ball in concert with Dingle there was able to spring the Stingrays defence just a little bit, enough to get them up the field, and Smith very effective in taking that one into the end zone.
Yeah, so 21 points to 10 with just under 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl Championship game. So the kickoff unit for the Northside Rhinos just getting ready to restart play here. Looks like Malloy and looks like, just can't quite make out who's the other player back there. Looks like it's usually Andrew Campbell. It looks like it's Campbell back there to receive for the Gold Coast Stingrays as Eddie Quokka gets ready to get the play back underway. Lovely boots there from Eddie Quokka. Certainly wouldn't miss him in a dark night.
Couldn't see you in a pair of lime green boots, could I?
Prefer the orange myself, but yeah. So here we go. Play just about to restart here from the kick of Eddie Quokka. Bit of a short, wobbly type kick here. And we've got a couple of whistles blown by the referee. So we'll have to, looks like they might have someone offside on the wrong side. Someone's not quite ready. One of the referees didn't have his eyeliner in. So, oh, mate, I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up. I'm not quite sure why they called that one back. So,
quizzical looks from the lesser part of the commentary team here this evening.
So we'll wait and see. So let's re-kick that one again because we didn't like the look of the first one. So, okay, Cocker back to kick. And a much deeper kick there. So Malloy on the return here. Under some heavy contact. Avoids the first one or two after heavy contact and eventually taken down there from Yushon Sam Lin, number 9 there for the Northside Rhinos. And if I mispronounce that, I apologise, but that's how they've got it written here in front of me. So we'll go with that one. So anyway, looks like about a 4 to 5 yard return from the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll bring 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays, with just over 7.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
And here comes this Stingrays offence once again. They've been spectacular on occasions this evening, haven't they, Luke?
They certainly have shown some signs of brilliance out there. So it looks like we've got a run game over the left, run play over the left-hand side there with a handoff to, looks like Brock Davies.
A couple of players still on the ground.
Yeah, looks like a Northside Rhino player's injured. Looks like Joseph Tuamavave. He's got a bit of a cramp there. Yep. So a bit of a cramp for the big fella. So, just while we've got a break in play, I'd like to thank the sponsors for the 2012 Gridiron Queensland season. Certainly 31 Digital. Thanks for all their tireless efforts in bringing you this evening's broadcast and this year's games. And we look forward to a further relationship and bringing you some more games in the 2013 season. We'd also like to thank Budweiser, Summit Towel Hire, and Diamond Cutting Solutions for the continued support of the Gridiron Queensland season for the 2012 and their continued support moving on to the 2013 season. Have to see the player being treated out there on the field. So, and how do you think the game's sitting at the moment there, Sean?
Oh, look, you know,
fairly delicate.
Yeah, I mean, it's delicate, but I can't get away from this feeling that I have that the Rhinos are just hanging on at the moment, and it's not going to take a lot for the Stingrays to bust this game open. That's my feeling.
Yeah, it's starting to prove that way a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, the Rhinos just seem to be hanging in there, but, you know, there's a long way to go yet, and there's only 11 points in it, so it's still only 2 points. Two touchdown differences between the two sides, so it is anyone's game. As you can see, both teams can score points very quickly, so it's still early days yet.
Oh, yeah.
With just over 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. And the pressure, Basson under pressure from Reece Barnes. He's able to escape that pressure. Ooh. Tackle being made there from number 43, Matthew Christie, on the run there from Bassner. So that'll bring up second down, for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Not having a lot of success getting bodies on Bassner, are they? The Rhinos, the superior leg speed of Bassner is able to get him out of trouble on most occasions.
Certainly proving very elusive so far this afternoon in this evening's game.
And one exhilarating touchdown run from Bassner as well.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Stingrays from their own 37-yard line. Bassner back in shotgun, a little pass over the middle there to Jared Hayes. Should be enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from, looks like, about their own 52-yard line. Sorry, which would make it the 48-yard line of the Rhinos, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That's some nice work there, Luke.
See, I can add up. I'm buggered if I can go to count any more than 10. I run out of fingers. So. But anyway, folks, back to the game. So 47-yard line to be exact, actually. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from the Rhinos' 47-yard line. So the Stingrays just starting to move the ball a little bit through their arms. Bassner. Nice swing pass out there to the sideline there for about a 6-yard run after the game. So that'll bring up to Hayes again.
Was it enough? First down?
Yeah, close to a first down. We'll just have to see whether those referees spot that football. See how generous they are with this spot. But
maybe about a half a yard short.
About a half a yard you're calling it, Sean?
I think so.
Okay, we'll wait and see here.
Uh-oh.
No. You realise if it's wrong, you cut. So anyway, not till after we finish anyway. Okay, so it'll be 3rd and short for the Gold Coast Stingrays. You called it.
Just needing a yard. Away they go again.
And
by Brock Davies.
Brock Davies with the tough yards and down the left-hand side there, enough for a first down. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. Yep, 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from the looks like 46. Yeah.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from the Rhinos' 46-yard line. The Stingrays moving a little bit up tempo just now with another run over the middle there to Brock Davies. So that'll bring up 2nd down. Gain of about 3. So the Stingrays just going a little bit up tempo now, trying to put the pressure down onto the Northside Rhinos.
Yeah, I think that's the key in many ways for the Stingrays now, is to really keep grinding the Rhinos back, stop them from being able to get back into their set the way they want to be, and that's been the key for the Stingrays this afternoon. They've really rushed the Rhinos off their feet in many ways.
Yeah, the Rhinos. No, they've gone back into the huddle, just slowing the game down. Just the Stingrays are doing a nice job at the moment of just controlling the speed of this game, aren't they? They're amping it up when they need to and slowing it down when they need to.
They really have. They've increased the tempo. They've brought it back. They've pushed it up again. And in many cases, it's been the Rhinos who've been seeking to make something out of nothing, pushing the ball, overthrowing.
That's right. We've just got a ninja player over there on the sideline. I just can't quite make out from here who that player is, but he's certainly being attended to. Looks like one of the big fellas there, one of the Stingray players. There's certainly some big men out in display there this evening's game, isn't it? Some of those linemen are certainly been on the wrong side, the right side of the buffet line. I wouldn't like to be behind them out there. I think they'd be running short of food somehow. So. Looks like a bit of an injury to the left knee. So we'll wait and see what there's. So.
Yeah, we certainly make sure that the officials and the medical staff have plenty of time to assess the player before making a decision about whether to take him from the field.
So they sent him
Marty Field, who's been shaken up for the Stingrays.
So Marty's made his way off for the play. So looks like he's made his way off under his own team. So hopefully he's okay. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Gold Coast Stingrays, with 5 minutes and 50, just over 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl Championship game. Bassner under centre, quarterback. Whoop, 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 new centre. Bit of a fumble there from Bassner. So unfortunately, Marty Field was the centre here on the play, and they've just got a new centre on there who's the guy who starts the ball, the quarterback, and a little bit unfamiliarity, and unfortunately caused Bassner just to fumble that football. So that'll cost them a down, so that'll bring down 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Stingrays. Let's see what they come up with here. Play action pass there. Oh, out nice and clear out in his own there in the flats there. The receiver looks like Andrew Campbell out on the reception there.
He's had a hell of a game this afternoon, Campbell, hasn't he?
He has. Actually, sorry to lie, it was actually Jared Hayes out there on reception in that flats there. Picked up after the play action there. So a pass from Bassner to Hayes picks up the necessary yardage for a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Here they go again.
Yeah, just Bassner rolling out. The pass downfield. Oh! Great coverage there from Wickens there on the pass to Andrew Campbell there. Just unfortunately couldn't quite drag that one in there onto the rollout from Matt Bassner. So that'll bring up 2nd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays, but would have been a spectacular catch if he had pulled that one off.
Yep, great pressure too from the Rhinos secondary.
Young Adam Wickens in there on the stop on that one. So number 10 for the Rhinos. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Oh, pass complete there for the 1st down by the looks of it. Yep, just enough for the 1st down, so they're just marching that football down the field. Pass complete to number 86, Ricky Hutcher, there on the pass from Matt Bassner. So I'd say Bassner's certainly passing yards be up over the 200 this afternoon, and he's had that one great run of 51 yards plus a couple of scrambles, so he's starting to be very productive here, member of the offensive unit here for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Yeah, I think an MVP performance from Bassner so far this afternoon.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the from the Rhinos 17 yards line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. Oh! Pass intended for number 80, Reese Perkins, and the defensive stop there from number 3, the quarterback, Justin Smith. So Justin Smith proving his versatility going both ways on the field here for the Northside Rhinos. So
doing all he can to keep his side in the game this evening.
And certainly won't die wondering about it, will he? He's certainly trying his best to keep his team in this one. So that'll bring up 2nd down here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from their Rhinos 17-yard line. Stingrays in spread formation. And a handoff to the running back, Damien Malloy. Malloy still going, and finally tackle's been made there from, just wait till he gets up to see the number. I think it was Andy Young, is it? Yep, number 7, Andy Young on Damien Malloy. Malloy a little bit shaken up by that run. He's a bit slow to get up. So certainly some heavy defensive pressure coming in from the Northside Rhinos in there. So and Malloy is a bit shaken up from that one.
Yeah, just that last effort from Malloy as he was going down, I think may have been when he injured himself.
Well, no, we've got a flag on the play. I think they're calling it as an illegal face mask on the defence, so that might have contributed to the injury to Malloy. That he was actually tackled illegally. Wait to hear the call. There you go. So that's so that'll cost the Rhinos there. So, unfortunately for the Rhinos defence, they resorted to some illegal play to bring him down, and that'll cost him 15 yards and automatic first down. Let's just hope the Stingrays player is quite okay. He's sort of a little bit of concern being shown there from the medical staff, so we'll just have a break and play whilst everyone just relaxes and just see to make sure that he's okay. Knowing Damien Law, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's probably just tired and needs a bit of a sleep, needs a bit of a rest. Come on, coach, I read it.
Making sure the referees had a good chance to have a look at exactly what went on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can get up now. They've ordered the penalty. So here he goes. Look at it being helped up there. So a little bit shaken up there, young Damien Malloy, after a great run there. So after the penalty on the Rhinos for the illegal contact with the face mask, it'll be first and goal for the Gold Coast Stingrays. With just over 4 minutes left to play in this third quarter, the Stingrays are leading the Northside Rhinos by 21 points to 10. So the Stingrays will be first and goal from about the 5-6 yard line there, 5 yard line there. So
look out, Luke. Score coming.
Score coming, you think? Oh, hand off to the running back, Brock Davis, with nowhere for him to go. Great defence being...
Yeah, great stop from Reece Barnes.
Reece Barnes with the assist from Greg Holbrook. So that'll bring up second and nowhere to go. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Let's see what you still think your score's coming there, Sean?
Oh, I'm putting your money on it.
Oh, well, it won't be much then because I haven't got any money. I'm married, you forget that. Bassiner back in shotgun. He rolls out. Oh, scrambling. And evades one day. Ow! Fantastic effort there from Bassiner. Scrambled, stepped out of one tackle under immense defensive pressure for the second one, and drops off a pass down to Andrew Campbell there in the back corner of the end zone over the top of Adam Wickens for the touchdown pass. A fantastic play there from Bassiner.
How do you defend that?
Oh, mate, I'm glad I'm not trying to defend that one. So that's a great play there from the Gold Coast quarterback, the Gold Coast Stingrays quarterback for the touchdown. So that brings up the score to be 27 points to 10 with the extra point conversion to come for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Jeez.
Mate, unbelievable, wasn't it? Oh, all class. I mean, they had two guys chasing pressure. He's scrambling around. They had one guy, he stepped out of one tackle, about to get tackled with the second one, and just fires a bullet off to a receiver in the end zone. And the extra point's been good, so that'll make the score 28 points to 10 in favour of the Gold Coast Stingrays over the Northside Rhinos.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, Bassiner was tackled a couple of times there. He was able to keep going. Had a look left, down the right, and then found a receiver over deep in the end zone on the right. Yeah.
The receiver was Andrew Campbell there, and he was reasonably well covered there by young Adam Wickens. Unfortunately, not well enough, and Campbell able to get that separation and take the catch over the top of Wickens.
Yeah, very hard to cover Campbell one-on-one.
Oh, indeed it is. So, with just over 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter of this 2012 Sunbowl, which sees the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 28 points to 10. And that job for the Rhinos come back just starting to get a little bit harder now.
Yeah. Yep.
18 points behind. They really need to score off this drive, one would think, to have any sort of chance of being able to pull back this lead. So,
Reece Perkins looking to put this kick very deep.
Deep into the corner. Not a lot of room for the return Ben there. Lachlan Barnes there, so he gets about 3 to 4 yards there. Under immense defensive tackle pressure from, there's several of them there. Joel Harris, Dennis Gilmore, amongst others in making the tackle there.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 18-yard line there. And the Stingrays out on defence. 19-yard line. Okay, they gave me an extra yard on the return.
That's a yard you'll never get back.
True. It's a yard you won't have to get. So here we go in the later stages of the third quarter here of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, which sees the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 28 points to 10. See a short pass there off to the right-hand side to, looks like Gino Gerbo there. Unfortunately, unable to gain any extra yards on the play, so it'll be a gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Northside Rhinos. Rhinos going to a hurry-up offense, realising time's a little bit short, so they go for the run over the left-hand side there, hand off to Jackson with nowhere to go. Looks like Chris Mooney on the stop. Yeah, Chris Mooney on the stop there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Northside Rhinos. So a couple of plays, not real effective there so far for the Rhinos. I mean, 1 to 2 yard plays is not going to get you those 18 points you need. So,
and that's fairly indicative of the way this game has gone so far, isn't it? The Stingrays really do have all the answers to what the Rhinos have posed.
So far they have. Smith going long. Nearly intercepted there by number 34, Ashley Dick. Unfortunately, unable to reel that one in. So it was a pass downfield there. Looked like it was a downfield pass there to, I'm not sure quite who it was to actually there. I didn't quite catch the receiver number, but certainly almost intercepted there by Ash Dick. Unfortunately, as he landed trying to take that pass, the ball's rolled out. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Northside Rhinos. So unfortunately for the Rhinos, they're unable to get some yards, get some first downs there, which is going to put them under immense pressure on the punt here. So Cocker away for the punt. So punt ball down there by number 88. I believe is Matt Neal. He's about the only guy that's that short on the Rhinos field from what I understand. But anyway.
There's been a little bit of conjecture about Matt Neal's number this afternoon.
Well, mate, we do the best we can when they only give you half completed number sheets. You make the rest up, and what the hell.
Oh, viewers, you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork that we're trying to deal with here. It's far less than you might imagine.
So with just under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter here, we've got the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 28 points to 10. The Stingrays about to take over on down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from their own 33-yard line.
Great position to start their offensive drive for the Stingrays.
Yep. So Stingrays just going about their jobs methodically, working their way. Having so far proven they have all the answers there for them. Oh, great run from Bassett up the middle under pressure.
Still going.
And still going. Devoted 2-3 tackles.
Still going.
Still going. He's showing great speed here. And he's still... Oh! Touchdown, is it? Oh, wait for the rule.
Still waiting for the official to catch up.
Waiting for the official. Touchdown! Yeah, great run there from Bassett. Great run there. He scrambled out, started off. There was no one downfield. Started off just avoiding the blitz. Took off from the centre of the field on his own 33-yard line and ran it all the way. So a great touchdown run there from number 5, Matt Bassett for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So
there's that incredible athleticism of Bassett once again. Discussion with the referees and the Stingrays players.
Touchdown. Okay, so...
What was the indication from the referee there?
Oh, a bit of excessive celebration there on the Stingrays' part.
Okay.
So the touchdown stands, so that makes the score 34 points to 10 in favour of the Gold Coast Stingrays. And just while they're taking that extra point, I'll explain to the folks down home. You're allowed to celebrate after a touchdown, that's the thing, provided the celebrations are not excessive or derogatory towards your opposition or delay the game in any way. And from what I understand, as he's gone and scored that touchdown, the ball's rolled away from the official, which they've ruled that it has delayed the game because the official's going to have to chase that football. So there's been a penalty awarded on the...
But not enough to take the touchdown away.
No, not to take the touchdown away. So that makes the score 35 points to 10 with the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos. just towards the end of the third quarter here. So with just over a quarter left to go, it's going to be very hard for the Stingrays, for the Rhinos to come back against the Gold Coast Stingrays here with 1:33 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's going to take a hell of a drop in intensity from the Stingrays for the Rhinos to be able to get back into this game. And the Stingrays have just been relentless so far in anything. They're just improving the further we get into this game.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
And we've seen the Rhinos, their heads have dropped a little bit. There's been a bit of discussion amongst the players.
Ah, there you go. So, mate, my apologies, folks. I actually misread what that penalty is for. That 15-yard penalty was actually on the Rhinos. So, obviously, there's been a bit of dissent from the Rhinos not agreeing with that touchdown run. So, the 15 yards has been awarded to the Stingrays. So, I thought the penalty was a bit harsh for the excessive celebrations. And indeed, it wasn't for that. It was actually, obviously, some illegal play from the Rhinos. I think maybe a bit of frustration starting to set in the Northside Rhinos. So Perkins for the kickoff here, and he'll just kick it dead. So, okay, so that'll bring 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 25-yard line. So if the Rhinos are going to come back from this, one would think they would have to start doing something and do something fairly quickly.
Yeah, just over a quarter remaining in this Sunbowl. This is the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, being contested by the Gold Coast Stingrays in the blue.
In the blue. The powder puff blue.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Or the Smurf blue.
The Smurf blue, if you like, yes. And, of course, the Northside Rhinos in the red and black. Some discussion going on with the referees once again.
Looks like we had someone in front of the kicker.
That old chestnut.
That old chestnut. So Rhinos have gone, nah, bugger, we'll just take it from the 25. Okay, here we go. Now that we've got all that all sorted out, let's get the play underway. Let's march it up 5 yards. Take it from the 30. Here we go.
Jeez, there's some big boys out there.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, don't get on the wrong side of them on the buffet line. You'll be in real trouble. So here we go. No, here we don't go. Okay, folks, we're just trying to get everything sorted out here. Getting the chain set. Getting the markers set. Righto. Let's get back to the action here. Justin Smith, the quarterback. Hand off there to young Dingle on the run on the left-hand side there. Tackle being getting nowhere. The tackle being made by Luke Krause there.
Yep, tremendous tackle from Luke Krause.
So great defence here from the Stingrays. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from their own 30-yard line. We're getting close to the end of the quarter here. So, 2nd down for the Rhinos, with the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 34 points to 10.
Have the Rhinos got the weapons in their artillery to bring this game back?
24 points is a big ask on anyone. As we said, the reverse to Gino Gerbo. Looks like he stepped out of bounds there. So, look, the Rhinos certainly do have some offensive weapons out there. I don't know whether they've got enough on their offense with Justin Smith at quarterback. I don't think his long passing games has the ability to be able to really break it open.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like the Rhinos are giving Smith enough time to really get himself set. Huh?
No, there's been relentless pressure from the defensive line from the Gold Coast Stingrays, and Smith's been rushed a little bit in his passes and that sort of thing. And whenever he's passed long, he's never really been set. He's certainly effective in the short passing game and the handoffs to the running back and that sort of thing. But unfortunately, when you're 24 points behind with only a quarter to go, you're going to need more than just 2 and 3 yard runs to be able to make up that difference. And I think, when it was only 1 to 2 touchdowns, I think they could have worked their ways in. And now they're 24 points. So it's going to be a very tough task to come back from that. So as we see, 2nd, 3rd down for the for the Northside Rhinos. And I think that was a bit of a
still going, no?
Yeah, Smith's still going with the ball. I think that was a bit of a mixed up play there from Smith. So as he runs it down there and picks up the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos. And I think I think the Rhinos are starting to try and pull a few trick plays out, and I think that one was probably a bit of a messed up trick play because Smith seemed to run into his own players there before he went in. So that brings the conclusion of the third quarter here, with 1 quarter left to go in this enthralling Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl between the Northside Rhinos and the Gold Coast Stingrays, with the Gold Coast Stingrays leading 34 points to 10.
Yeah, convincing leaders so far in this Sunbowl, the Stingrays.
Certainly have. They've certainly controlled the tempo both offensively and defensively.
And that's really been the key, hasn't it? They've really never allowed the Rhinos to get into their game.
No, the Rhinos haven't been allowed to settle into their own game plan. Certainly quarterback Justin Smith has tried, but he hasn't been able to get into his rhythm passing. His long passing game is not connected at all. He's been able to connect to the short passing game, and then the run game has proved effective at times from the Rhinos, but a bit too one-dimensional, and the Stingrays are really keying on that run game now. As we'll see a sweep to the left-hand side from Luke Jackson there for a gain of about 10, 11 yards. And like I said earlier, you know, the short run games are great if you're in the first half of the game, but when you're in the fourth quarter behind by 24 points, you really need to get that ball moving and moving quickly, and short runs are not going to do it.
And we spoke at the start of the game about the effectiveness of Dingle and Jackson's running game, but they've never really been able to bring them into the game the way they'd liked. And with the lack of that passing game, that's what's really put the pressure on the Rhinos.
Unfortunately for the Northside Rhinos, the passing game of Smith hasn't been up to it, so they've had to rely too much on the run game, which has allowed the Stingrays to really zone in on that run game and not have to respect the pass too much, like the deep pass from the Rhinos too much. And you know, so they're just keeping it all in front of them. You know, I mean, certainly a couple of long passes we've seen from Smith has been, you know, overthrown or underthrown there.
Yeah, and Gino Gerbo's been a bit of a weapon for them downfield, but pretty much the only one.
Yeah, that's about right. So the Rhinos are first and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Sorry for the Stingers, 28. There's a short pass over the middle there to Reece Barnes for the receptions at an 11-yard game. So that'll bring up first and 10 for the Northside Rhinos.
Nice catch from Barnes under plenty of pressure from the Stingrays.
Yeah, the Rhinos not giving up just yet. They're going to try and go to their hurry-up offense here, trying to get the ball moving, seeing what they can do. So the first and 10 from the Stingrays 17-yard line with a fake handoff and a rollout to Justin Smith, who's going nowhere.
Yep.
So, you know, trying hard, but I somehow don't think that was quite the right play to be called. But anyway.
And as much as anything else, it's that lack of downfield blockers for Smith that's really seen him brought down at the line of scrimmage on too many times. Yeah.
So it's just a gain of 1 yard there. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Northside Rhinos from the Gold Coast Stingrays 15-yard line. So, yeah, I wonder whether it's, you know, Smith's just taking the wrong options occasionally, or, you know, we see the reverse handoff to Barnes there on the run around and going nowhere. So, again, you know, that play I would have thought is probably a bit more along the tricky type side, and they're now starting to try and pull something out of the book. And unfortunately, the danger of doing that is if you haven't practiced those plays that often, the timing gets out a little bit, and that's what's going to happen in that situation there with the fumble from Reece Barnes on the handoff from Justin Smith.
Yeah, this is not the situation to be ad-libbing in and trying to come up with something.
Exactly right. So, but anyway, look, I mean, you know, the Northside Rhinos are certainly trying their hardest to score some points and see what they can do, as we've got an injured player there. So the clock stopped with just over 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter of this enthralling Gridiron Queensland semi-final between the Gold Coast Stingrays and the Northside Rhinos.
So we've got an injured Stingrays player on the far side of the field as well.
Yep, so... quite sure what quarterback Justin Smith's getting upset for with head referee there, pointing over the injured player. You know, if a player's injured, the player's injured, Justin. You just wait till they sort that out. So anyway, we'll get back to play while we've got a break in play. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the 2012 Gridiron Queensland season. Certainly 31 Digital for all their tireless efforts in bringing us the semi-finals and this evening's Sunbowls. Summit Tower Hire and Diamond Cutting Solutions. Smith on the pass across the middle there looks like a pass to Luke Jackson's incomplete. So that'll bring up third down there. And the other sponsors, just while we've got another break play, I'd also like to thank Budweiser for sponsoring the 2012 Gridiron Queensland season.
And perhaps the end of season occasion as well.
I'm sure there's one or two. Folks, if you want to slip down and have a nice cold Budweiser, slip out at the bar. They've got plenty on ice. So had to sample one earlier just to make sure we supported the sponsor. And I can tell you they were very nice. So here we go. Smith back in the shotgun with a pass over the middle there. And intercepted there. Picked off there by, I just can't quite see the number there. It looks like number 36.
That'd be Rod Barker.
So interception there from Rod Barker on the pass from Justin Smith. So
and here come the Stingrays
Here come the Stingrays again. Yeah. They certainly had the deep coverage there and right. Justin Smith trying to force the ball perhaps into a pocket where he really shouldn't have forced it into, and the interception taken there by Rod Barker. So just over 9.5 minutes left to play here in this 2012 Sunbowl. It sees the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 34 points to 10. So Stingrays take over on downs. After the turnover, intercept there from Rod Barker. And we see a run to the right there of Brock Davies. So I think we'll start seeing a reasonably steady feed of run there from the Stingrays, just winding the clock down.
Yep.
Certainly they're up by 34 points to 10, so they're up by 24 points.
And in this kind of situation, we'd be expecting a conservative approach to this game at the moment, would be from the Stingrays.
From the Stingrays, knowing the Stingrays coaching staff reasonably well, they will certainly sort of take a reasonably conservative approach to the game. Yep. They're not going to. It's more important about winning the game. It's not about demoralising and humiliating your opponent. So they'll just take a nice conservative, do some handoffs.
Nope.
Oh, having said that, some great defensive pressure there from the Rhinos.
Matty Bassner will remember that one tomorrow.
I don't think he saw that one coming. He's a little bit shaken up there, young man. So just sucking in the deep ones. So, yeah. So, no, I think you'll see the Stingrays just backing off a little bit and just playing reasonably conservatively. Just, maintain the possession of the football.
Yep.
Keep the clock moving.
Yep.
Don't give the defence any chances. So, don't go for any risky pass because that's the thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, just play nice and conservatively. Stingrays call a timeout just to collect their thoughts and let Matt just regain his breath after that solid hit there coming in from the Northside Rhinos.
Just run that clock down that little bit more as well.
Yeah, well, the clock, because he called a timeout, the clock stops now, but certainly gives him a chance to just regain his breath. And, it certainly was a very solid hit coming in. I didn't quite see who made the hit, but it certainly was very solid. If I think, my little spies tell me it was Greg Horbricks from the Northside Rhino.
It was a hell of a hit, and Bassner's still looking a little ginger out there on the play.
Yeah, he had pressure coming one way, and then he turned around
and wham.
Yeah, didn't see it coming, so, So certainly the Stingrays are just controlling this game, and as they've been doing all game, just controlling the tempo, picking the right time to call the timeouts. So
it's been a credit to Coach Steve Williams and his staff, the way they've controlled this game for the Gold Coast Stingrays this evening.
So here we go. So it'll be third and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own, looks like about their own 25, 26-yard line, 26-yard line. A nice conservative run play to Garrett Kawaro there for a great run up the right-hand side there, which should be enough for the first down there for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. Oh, no, we've got a flag on the play, have we? Holding on the offense. Oh, bugger. So the holders said, "I'll march them back." I know as a coach, I used to hate those. You work so hard for the first downs, and then you get the holding penalty call, and you back 10 yards, and you got to do it all again. So, okay, so a lucky break there for the Northside Rhinos.
5-yard penalty?
10 yards.
10-yard penalty.
10 yards from the spot of the foul for a holding call. So they'll make it 1st and about 16 for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So a little bit of an opportunity here for the Northside Rhinos with the Stingrays 3rd and long, backed up in their own Yeah, on their own 15-yard line there.
Well, the Rhinos are really praying for pride now, aren't they?
To a certain extent. I mean, it's not saying it's over and done with yet, but certainly very tough to come back from here. But, great pass over the middle there to Bassner with the reception made by Reese Perkins, which brings up enough for the first down. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays from their own 32-yard line. So Bassner, again, producing when he needs to, just enough to get
every
that
time.
first down and just keep that clock rolling. So 8 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter here of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl here, with the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos at 34 points to 10. Six, 7 yards. Certainly some defensive pressure still coming in from the young Wickens and
Andrew
Horbury.
Campbell with the reception again.
Yeah, Campbell with the reception there. Looks like he's a bit shaken up on that hard hits there, but that'll bring up 2nd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. So a gain of about 6.5 yards, 7 yards there on the pass reception. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the Stingrays. Sorry, 2nd and 4 for the Stingrays from their own 44-yard line.
Andrew Campbell still holding his arm there. Smith on defence doing his best to shake up the Stingrays.
Proving effective, but that's all right. You've got to try these things.
It's been a frustrating afternoon for Justin Smith. Let's be clear.
So Jared Hayes with the carry for the short gain. So that'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Stingrays. So the Stingrays just controlling the tempo, aren't they? Just letting winding the clock down. Certainly, I think the Stingrays have got this game well in control now, and the time's just slipping away for the Rhinos to be able to come back now. So the Stingrays will be 3rd and 2 from their own 46-yard line.
Whistle on the play.
Well, we have a streaker on the field there, folks. An under 3 age streaker on the field.
Well, at least take your shirt off.
And Mum's chasing him. So, well, there's something you don't see every day there, folks.
Fly like an eagle, young man. Fly like an eagle. Look out, here comes Dad out of the Stingrays defensive line.
Whoops. I think Dad's just got a hold of you, son.
Get a
You're
picture
in
of that.
Mate, instant YouTube heat coming up here. Maybe we should put it on YouTube.
I think Mum's face is a little redder than her son's hair, actually.
Well, there you go. So.
I was going to say this game had everything.
Well, now you can.
Yep. Here go the Stingrays again.
Okay, 3rd and short for the Stingrays after that brief intermission there. Rhino showing some blitzing. Oh, interception taken by Wickens. No, he's fumbled it. Oh, okay, here we go. He's received, fumble, out. Okay, hang on, folks. Let's see if we got this right. We've got a pass thrown by the Stingrays quarterback Massa under huge pressure. He's thrown the ball downfield. It was intercept was taken by young Adam Wickens on that. As he tried to return it, he got tackled and fumbled the ball. It was then recovered by the Gold Coast Stingrays on the ground. Then he fumbled it. Now I think they're ruling that it was down by contact at that stage. But hang on, let's hear from the referees. Let's see how close I got on this one, Sean. There you go. See? So
I still don't know.
It was intercepted by the Rhinos
Yep.
and then fumbled and recovered by the Stingrays. So when he dived on the ball on the ground, they ruled him down by contact at that stage. He had possession.
So the Stingrays retained possession. 6.5 minutes to go.
6.5 minutes to go. So there'll be 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. So, yeah, a bit of a lucky break there for the Stingrays and a bit of an unlucky break there for the Rhinos. They managed to do all the work to the possession, just couldn't, did the intercept, and unfortunately just couldn't quite hold on to that ball. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Stingrays from the Rhinos 47-yard line. The pass out to Andrew Campbell there. Oh, Nice block. Oh, great run and a grassing tackle there from Greg Horbricks there. Just able to make that tackle before the Andrew Campbell took off. But a great reception, great blocks downfield.
Yeah, great block from Andrew Campbell on Reece Perkins' reception.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Stingrays.
And the Stingrays continue to roll down this field this evening.
Indeed they are. So 1st and 10 for the Stingrays from the Rhinos 26. The Stingrays are just doing it very, very methodical, very workmanlike.
Yeah, they sure are.
A couple of running backs in the backfield here. Hand off to Brock Davies there. With little or no gain. I think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Yep, just to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd down for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Who's 2nd and 10 from the Rhinos 26-yard line. So Stingrays just maintaining possession of the ball, just keeping that clock moving.
Yep.
Brock Davies a little bit shook up on that play, but he's not going out of the game. He says, "Bugger that, this is a Sunbowl. I'm not going."
Yeah, I'll be on the field when we finish this game.
Yeah. Anyway, you get me off this field to drag me off. So here we go, Stingrays, 2nd and 10 from the Rhinos 26. Oh, going for it. Oh, pass incomplete. Great defensive pressure there on Wickens on young Andrew Campbell there. So Campbell unable to reel that one in. Some great defensive pressure at the line of scrimmage there from the Rhinos, from Andrew Young and Matt Bassiner, but he was able to get that ball away on that pass, long reception down. So just over 5 minutes left to play in this 4th quarter of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, which sees the Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 34 points to 10.
Nicely broken up by Adam Wickens. Of course, Andrew Campbell still displaying some problems with his elbow, and maybe that may have caused a problem pulling that pass in.
We've got a handoff to Carraro in the backfield there. No yards going anywhere. A bit of a disagreement between a couple of players. Not sure what it's all about. So the referees get out and sort that one out real quick. So
Reece Barnes expressing his frustrations in the way this game has gone this evening.
Yeah, well, you know, mate, when you get frustrated, there's no point trying to pick fights with guys with helmets on. It just doesn't work.
No.
So, yeah, so anyway, just a little bit frustrated with the way the Stingrays have dominated this game this afternoon, perhaps from the Northside Rhinos, and you know, their inability to, unfortunately, being able to get the ball rolling in their way they'd like to see the ball rolling. So, certainly been a dominant performance this evening from the Stingrays.
Yeah, so they've had answers to everything that the Rhinos have posed to them, haven't they? And certainly they've been dominant in offense. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bassiner again.
Bassiner on the pass, and incomplete there. So we got a flag down.
Oh, late flag.
Flag down on the play as well. So okay, so Matthew Christie was on the coverage there
And
on
asking
Reece
questions
Perkins.
of the referees, Christie.
Yeah. So Perkins was on the reception there. Christie was on the coverage there. So we're just trying to see. It's certainly the flag's been thrown in the position of pass interference. So we'll wait and see what the call is from the referee. Waved away. Flag's waved away, so no flag on the play. So pass incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down for the.
So in that instance, the referee's thrown the flag, and then they've had a chance to take it to talk it over, and they've decided that
there was no penalty. Yep, pretty much there. So turnover on downs. So that was 4th down for the Stingrays. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rhinos here, with not a lot of time left to go on the clock. So certainly the Stingrays are leading this game 34 points to 10 over the Northside Rhinos. Let's see if the Rhinos are going to do one last hurrah here.
Let's go get blue! Let's go get blue!
Smith running that ball over the right-hand side. Nowhere to go. Tackle's been made by Gilmore and Brent Zupp there. So with an assist coming in from James Cutler. So it'll bring down with just under 4 minutes left to play. The Gold Coast Stingrays leading the Northside Rhinos 34 points to 10. That'll bring up second down for the Northside Rhinos. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Rhinos would love to get a score on the board.
We're going to run there to player number 31, another one of these mystery players that the Rhinos have on their roster. So we're not sure exactly who player 31 is, but he took a run over the right-hand side. So that looks like a couple of yards on the run there. So that'll bring up third down for the Northside Rhinos there as this game winds down the close with just over 3 minutes left to play in the 2012 Gridiron Queensland semi-final. Sunbowl.
Yeah, this is the big one.
This is the big one. So run over the
Still
right.
going.
Jackson's still going. Oh, just tripped up there, but enough for a first down. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos from the Stingrays' 49-yard line.
Great pressure from Rod Barker, able to make that tackle while battling the block at the same time.
Absolutely. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Rhinos on the Stingrays' 49.
Just able to reach around underneath that block, Barker, and get a hand onto the player with the ball and bring him to the ground.
So Smith drop backs for a pass and sort of diving pass, incomplete there to looks like Ravi Sharma. No, number 10. Sorry. No? Who is it? Sorry, can't work out who it is. We've got 2 number 10s out there.
2 number 10s out there on the field.
Yeah, I know it's certainly not Adam Wickens, so I'm not sure who the second number 10 is, but he was unable to complete that pass anyway. So then we got 2nd and long for the Rhinos. Justin Smith dropping back to pass. Pass complete to Matt Neal and going nowhere under the coverage there of Rod Barker. So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Northside Rhinos. Just over 2 minutes left to play in this game. 2 minutes 25 seconds to be precise. So the Gold Coast Stingrays are leading the Northside Rhinos 34 points to 10, and you can pretty well say I think that's just about all over now for the Rhinos. I can't see them coming back from that.
Oh, well, no, the game's definitely over. I guess at this stage it's just a question of to see how the Stingrays react to this late game pressure from the Rhinos, seeking to, I guess, regain a little bit of respect because the game really hasn't gone their way at all this afternoon.
No, that's right. So we've got a run over the right-hand side there from Luke Jackson, the Australian running back, with the tackle being made there from Rod Barker.
And that's been the key for me, the ability of the Stingrays to control Jackson and Dingle throughout this game.
Absolutely.
And we were expecting those 2 players to be the keys for the Rhinos, and they've been pretty ineffective.
Yeah. So with just under 2 minutes left to go, Justin Smith drops back to pass. Great pass complete there to number 7, Andy Young there across the middle. So that'll be enough for a first down. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos. So go back into a huddle. With a minute 30 left to go here. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rhinos from the Stingrays. Looks like Stingrays 14 yarder. Smith on the play action, rolling out.
Oh, nice catch.
Great play. We do have a flag on the play, but a great catch. A catch complete for an 11-yard game. But we've got
Young again.
Yeah, Andy Young on the reception, but we do have a flag on the play, so we'll have to wait and see what that flag is actually for.
Referee's consulting.
Yep, my stripes are straight still. Beauty. Offside by the defence. Obviously, offence will decline that one. Take the first down.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Northside Rhinos in the Stingrays end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Stingrays 8-yard line. So a chance for the Rhinos just to get some consolation points.
Pretty much the last roll of the dice for the Rhinos.
Consolation points late in the game here.
There you go, Smith.
And the reverse to Gerbo. In the outside, not going too far, and perfectly read by the Stingray defence. Though we do have a late flag on the play there, so we'll have to wait and see what that one's for. But
Maybe a late tackle by the Stingrays defence.
Could be a late tackle by the Stingrays defence. I didn't quite catch a number as to who the... Well, let's hear from the head referee, Tim Redshaw. There you go. It's a personal foul on defence for the late tackle there. That'll bring up an automatic first down with a half distance. So that'll be with just over a minute left to play in the fourth quarter here. That'll be first and goal for the Rhinos from the Stingrays 5-yard line.
So what can the Rhinos, what positives can the Rhinos take from this result?
Oh, look, the Rhinos, I think it was just some spectacular attempt at catching that ball there. Oh, and the flag on the play, I'm not sure exactly what the flag's for, but we'll soon find that one out. So a very acrobatic attempt to catch there from Andy Young.
Yeah. Although I think the ball was long gone by the time he found his way up there.
And it wouldn't surprise me if the penalty is actually against Andy Young, because I know there is a rule that you're not allowed to actually jump over the top of another player to get to the ball.
Yeah.
So as a safety thing, as you can tell, when he was up in the air, it was in a very precarious position. So we'll wait and see what the referee has to say. Okay, so they're letting him get away with it. Andy Young in the background saying, "What's going on, mate?"
Getting away with what?
Yeah, exactly. So positives for the Rhinos. Look, I think their running game certainly was reasonably effective in the situation of the game, and they did pretty well there. This is another handoff to the run to number 31, our mystery running man. That will bring up second and goal for the Northside Rhinos. But yeah, certainly the run game of Dingle and Luke Jackson was very effective.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the passing game between the receivers and the quarterback, Justin Smith, just couldn't connect tonight. And, they managed to connect a few of the short passes there, but any of the passes with any sort of real distance there was well and truly covered by the Stingrays.
Yep.
The Rhinos' defence was reasonable at times, but unfortunately, Bassner just too many weapons for him. Just a class above the defensive unit from the Rhinos just couldn't cope with. For the Stingrays, obviously, they're going to get away with the win on this game, so congratulations to the Gold Coast Stingrays. Certainly, the Stingrays' defensive unit has proved very solid here, as we see a quarterback sneak there from the quarterback, for a quarterback sneak, Justin Smith. Looks like he gets in late for a late consolation touchdown there for Justin Smith. But yeah, for the Stingrays, obviously their offense and their quarterback Matt Bassner would be the man of the match to my pick.
Very much. He was really the difference early in this game.
Mate, the way he controlled the Stingrays' offense and controlled the tempo of the game and that sort of thing, he certainly is the MVP for the game.
And that first long range touchdown of his. That was the game breaker. And come up with another one of those in the second quarter that really broke the Rhinos back.
Yeah. Two touchdown runs from the quarterbacks, both broken plays, both over 50 yards.
Yeah.
The point certainly is the difference between the sides and then some. So yeah, the Stingrays offense, their receivers have played really well tonight between Campbell and Campbell, Reese Perkins and Riku Hutcher.
Yep.
They haven't missed too many tonight. The backfield work from Jared Hayes and Damien Malloy certainly has been good, but certainly their star has been their quarterback, Matt Bassner. On the defensive side of the ball, with just 32 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter of the 2012 28th Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl. On the defensive side of the ball, the Stingrays have played well as a team. There hasn't been too many standouts performers on the defense side of things, but everyone's played well as a team and done their job. And I think that's was probably the difference between the defense units. The Stingrays have performed well as a team, and everyone's been doing their jobs, and that's what's been the difference between these two sides. Everyone's performed when they've needed to. From the Rhinos' point of view, there were guys that stood up at different times and had some good performances. I thought their tight end, Reese Barnes, did some good work earlier on both sides of the ball. Justin Smith tried hard, but I think he was just outclassed by the defence.
I think Smith's got better as the game's gone on in some ways.
Yeah, he has. He just, early on, he just couldn't find his target. And I think that's sort of, paid. It's, unfortunately cost him a little bit of possessions, that sort of thing. Adam Wickens has played hard at times. Andy Young's tried hard. Gina Gerbo's had some great receptions, a couple of good runs after yards. As we'll see, a short kick-off there from the Rhinos there, still trying hard, I guess. We'll have to wait and see the scrum to see who actually maintains possession out of this one. A bit of pushing and shoving going on. Guys, if you haven't got the ball, get out of it. So anyway, so as the referees, the men in zebra stripes start sorting this one out, with just on 30 seconds left to play, we'll see whether the short kickoff was successful for the Northside Rhinos in retaining possession, or whether the Stingrays were able to get possession.
And basically what happens here is the referee's just going to keep pulling players off until they come up with the guy who's got the ball in his arms, aren't they?
So who's got the ball in his arms? Yeah. Exactly right. So it looks like the Stingrays have got the ball, and then we've got a late flag on there, so obviously someone didn't like the ruling, I dare say, and has mouthed off a little bit, but we'll wait and see what the referees say about this one. So, but it looks like it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gold Coast Stingrays on the Rhinos 43-yard line. And then head referee Tim Renshaw just calling out the Stingrays captain to have a discussion. So yeah, so just while we've got a break in play, I'd like to thank our officials who do a sterling job here, all
absolutely.
Volunteer officials, the referees, the side judges, the ball boys, the chain crews, all that sort of thing. So all the volunteers that have helped out make today and this evening's game the spectacle and the great event that is, we'd like to thank you on behalf of Gridiron Queensland. We'd also like to thank 31 Digital for assisting in putting together this production and the telecast of this game. There you go. So you've got an offside penalty. So obviously one of the Rhinos players was in front of the kicker, which will cost them 5 yards. And then when the Stingrays recovered the ball, one of the Rhinos obviously is not liked the decision and has told the referees so that'll cost them another 15 yards. So with 28 seconds left to go, here the Stingrays are up by 34 points to 16, and they've just got the ball with a very short field in front of them. So
discussion still going on.
So, yeah, you can sense the frustration from the Rhinos. Just unfortunately, it's not their night tonight.
Yeah.
The Stingrays are just too good, I think, on the night. The Stingrays have put together a perfect game plan and executed it well, and I think the game plan from the Rhinos was good, but unfortunately the Stingrays were just too good on defence, and the Rhinos offence couldn't execute the ball. As Aaron Huff gets up with the ball, but I think it's too late, son.
Yeah.
You'd already hit the ground and then let go of the ball before you even picked it up. So anyway, so it'll be 2nd down for the Stingrays with less than 20 seconds left to go here in this 2012 Gridiron Queensland. Here we go. Not even going to have a last play. There you go, folks. So at the full-time siren, congratulations to the Gold Coast Stingrays who win the 2012 Gridiron Queensland Sunbowl, 34 points to 16 over the Northside Rhinos. I'd like to thank 31 Digital, Budweiser, Summit Tower High and Diamond Cutting Solutions for their continued support that's enabled us to bring this program here. I'd like to congratulate Northside Rhinos on certainly making the Sun Bowl
and a great season.
And a good game. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and this evening it proves that the Gold Coast Stingrays proved victorious on this occasion. Any final thoughts from yourself there, Sean?
Oh, well, first up, I've really enjoyed the opportunity to join you here in the commentary box and take in the entire final series of the 2012 Gridiron Queensland season. It's been an exhilarating experience for me. The Stingrays too good in the long run. I think, that was the difference. The class that stood out, the class of Bassner. Malloy, of course, he's been fantastic. Jared Hayes, that really imposing crew of linebackers that they've got, the Stingrays there. It's been very hard to find a way through that. Andrew Campbell was good. Riku Harcher, of course. It's been a great game, a great way to finish season 2012. And I know that you're looking forward to coming back here to 31 Digital again next year and bringing all the action of 2013 season here on 31 Digital.
Absolutely, mate, and yes, thank you yourself for your assistance for the commentary
been my pleasure.
Throughout this final series, and certainly looking forward to the 2013 season, bringing you all the action from Gridiron Queensland 2013 season. But folks, that just about wraps up our coverage for the 2012 season. Congratulations to the Gold Coast Stingrays for winning the 2012 Sun Bowl, and also for our earlier games where the Sunshine Coast Spartans Juniors won the 2012 Junior Sun Bowl. This is Luke Chapman and Sean Binley signing off, and stay safe. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you in 2013 for another exciting Gridiron Queensland series.